All right. Story time. Hey, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day that ends in Y. How you doing? It's day 2. Yeah. The case continues. We're well rested. We're clearly writing a bunch of stuff down we gotta do. But we still got no clue what we're doing. But we got a new place, got a new angel roommate. We got a bunch of new stuff we can probably explore now that's daytime out. Oh yeah, also I think we're level 3 now, so that works. Also, so hope everyone's doing well. Strong, oddly enough, good evening, Case. Thank you for the boat. Good to see you, good to see you. Well, excuse me if I'm a little discombobulated. To be fair though, like literally like 2 or 3 minutes before I was about to like kind of start getting ready and moving out and stuff, an earthquake hit. We had it was, for me, it was Mag 3. I'm saying that like that means anything, but basically, everything was shaking up, shaky here for a little bit. The entire building was moving. Everything's fine. I'm fine. You know, we're all okay. So don't panic. But it was a big one. Because the fact that it originated in Iwate. So for those who might not know, if you think of like, if you think of my gnarled, the general shape of Japan is kind of like that. So Tokyo is around here, and Iwate is all the way over here. And I was able to feel it, even though it originated all the way up there. Like that's how big of an earthquake it was. And I'm like, Jeebus. That was a huge one. I think it was like 7+ according to the scale, the measurement scale. So needless to say, when it got down here, while it wasn't as severe, it still still shook things up a little bit. Usually with those kind of earthquakes, they tend to trigger tsunamis as well. So like they'll basically be like, hey, if you're by the ocean, you should stop doing that like immediately. Because it could be devastating with like a large like tidal wave coming in from the shakeup. What I didn't realize until I didn't realize this, although it does make sense nowadays. It does make sense when you think about it a little bit. Most earthquakes are originating underwater. I didn't realize that until I realized, but like most of the Earth's crust is technically underwater, so kind of makes sense. But regardless, that was everything's fine. Hopefully people in Iwate and everyone else in the near the epicenter will be okay. It seems like the energy kind of dispersed rather rapidly from the center point, and because it did originate like off of the coastline, it'll probably be mostly okay, but we'll see. There's never like, it's never like when you get a big earthquake like that, it's never like nothing happens, but like, you know, hopefully the damage is minimal. You know, like Japan's pretty good about like protecting itself from these things. Other things, other news. I mean, for me, it's just mostly I want to play some games. Hopefully we'll have a nice chill week of streams. I'm hoping to have a nice calming, relaxing time as I get ready for vacation. Give myself some time to rest up. I feel mostly on the mend. It's just more like still have this nag. I'm nursing this cough, taking medicine. I hope I'll be okay in due time. The other weird thing about it is my ear keeps popping, and I'm like, I don't know why my ear just continues to pop. It's a little obnoxious, and it throws off my my hearing a lot, and I'm just like, God, is this a normal thing that happens with the colds and stuff like that? I don't know. I don't know if this is like just an unusual symptom that's just refusing to go away. But yeah, I'm dealing with that. And I think the only other thing I was kind of like I'm thinking about is just like, I got a couple things I got to take care of around this week regarding my PR, regarding work, but like, it's going to be kind of an easy mode by comparison. Like there's not a lot to do, because like already a lot of people are already checked out of the office because of the golden week next week, right? So people are already like booking, like getting ready for some time off, right? And well-earned time off, I might say. I'm gonna be enjoying my time off for sure. I'll be hopefully sending some photos and stuff. I'll be off on the night. Cold can do that, but if it stays like that for a while, I might make sure it's not an ear infection. I'll definitely check it out. I might not be able to get to a doctor until I get back from Switzerland, but I will definitely keep, if it keeps persisting, I'll definitely go talk to somebody and be like, hey, am I dying or something like that? You know, something like that. And then what was the other thing? I guess we can talk about it a little bit, because I don't think we're gonna have a thirst day, unfortunately. The Nikkei 3.5 anniversary had a stream Saturday night. I'm really looking forward to it. We got new story, new big event, and I'm like at the same time, and this is really selfish of me, it's like, wait, it starts on the 23rd? God damn it, I won't get to stream it. Damn it. And it's like, it feels like it's Unbreakable Sphere all over again, because Unbreakable Sphere came out the same time when I went on vacation. It's like, I'm going to New Zealand for a couple weeks, see you guys then. Big event drops, like, God, I wish I could have streamed this. It's like, oh my goodness gracious. So I don't know what to do. I feel like, and I hope that the event will go on for a while. I should be able to look that up here on the Nikkei news site. Let me look at that real quick. But I was just sitting there going like, God dang it, I want to stream this. I want to celebrate with people, and now I don't know what to do. Got me all topsy-turvy. Notice update 23rd. Let's see. The other thing is let's see, when does the event start? Event duration from April 23rd to May 14th. Okay, so the good news is we can do the event when I get back from vacation. I think the 14th. Let me check real quick on that. Why don't I have a calendar in front of my face? I don't know. May 14th, right? So I'm going to be gone. Your boy's going to be gone until the 10th. Oh, great. Yeah, perfect. So Monday, basically, we're going to be hitting it hard. We're going to be hitting it fast. Like, we're going to be like maybe not balls deep, but we're going to go like, hi, Napuku. Welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, I was just kind of like going over some stuff I need to do. And I was just trying to see about my timetable, but welcome in. Hope you're having a good one. All right. So, but yeah, Nikkei event's coming out. I'm looking forward to playing that, and I definitely can stream it after the vacation. So I'm not too worried anymore. But man, that's gonna be the holding myself back is gonna be, that's gonna be hard. But nevertheless, I will prevail.
Brother, what was that about deep balls?
Never you mind, Justin. Go do your homework. Anyway, but welcome in, Napuku. All right, so I'm more of a Wuwa fan, but I played Nikkei before. Wuwa's not bad. I played Wuwa a little bit myself. It can be fun. I definitely like some of the characters in Wuwa for sure. All right. Oh, speaking of gachas, speaking of things other than gacha, how about we get started with our investigation today? So, Esoteric Ebb. So last time, we did a lot in day one. If I remember right, we had a lot of questing to do, like all of these little branching paths. But basically, we're still trying to find our leads for the tea shop, right? And there's a couple things here. We have class conflict. We have this giant pillar. We still gotta find the star witness. We still gotta find the shop owner. And we need to, yeah, that was the last big thing. So the last big thing was we met the coin lord finally. And he basically was trying to be like, hey, listen, you got to swear an oath to me. And the oath is basically like a binding contract with like devastating consequences. The idea being that if I give him the oath, he'll let me in the tea shop. I'm like, I didn't feel right about that. It's like, well, no access to the tea shop. So I have to find another way in, which I'm sure there is, but it's going to be a lot harder to do that. So we got to find into the tea shop. We got a guy in the shop. Still got to find this guy who should be in a water crate to read. You should check the warehouse on Water Lane View. And we still have to find the guy in the basement somewhere that might be the star witness, if he's indeed still alive. So we got a lot of that today. I've been really interested. I haven't seen much of it. Well, hopefully, Netpuku, you'll be able to get a better idea of it from today. So we'll see what happens. All right. So I did start talking to our angel roommate, but we haven't talked to her a lot yet. Cleric. She is still spinning, working on her detailed notes, her halo spinning slowly around her head. Would you like to join my party? You seem like a strong companion. No, I am busy, Cleric. If you play your cards right, anything's possible. Good, you are strong enough to carry this team. Snell actually does a lot. You should appreciate him more. The goblin? He means well, but he's a bit of an assistant. Barely noticeable. Wood. Men are not meant to carry the world upon their shoulders, not alone. Have a good day, Eder. I guess we'll go out. And where are we gonna meet Snell, by the way? Is he gonna just be waiting for us outside the tower? It's a beautiful day. The apples are crisp. The snails are around. All right, so we gotta figure out. Do I have to go back and find Snell? Maybe that's the idea. Maybe he's waiting for me back in the Goblin Garden. Oh, wow. Look at that. We got a whole bunch of people here and there. No one's talkable, though. All right. What happens if go this way? Nada? Nothing? All right. We do have that map. I could go down there. I do have my map. And maybe I should use the map. Maybe I should map. All right, so I definitely need to do something over here. I want to be able to get in there. I think I was just too late in the day, but I think that would be good. But I guess the first thing to do would be, to be nice, is go back to Goblin Garden and get our boy. He would be, Goblin Garden is in Tolstead, south. All right, so we head down south. Oh, you're talkable. Hello, sir and or madam. Dwarven stone, broken in half, pure violence. What in the world? There's a lot of people out today. Hello. You hear a tune dance on the cold Ascani winds. Melancholy. You see on the edge, Goblin. Oh, it's Miss Nearly. We saw her at the bar the other night. She has a flower crown on top of her ruffled dark hair and is playing an exotic instrument. Perhaps it's best to let the girl keep playing. It is quite beautiful. For a goblin produce such a melody. The song, you yearn for it. Sounds like everybody wants to listen for a little bit. Oh, those poor few dreams wrought in zeal and doubt. Shepherds bought, far to western shores. Our hearty cradled by gracious river, then should be the blessed earth so cool and stout. Raise a city, a home from night. Well, I don't want to interrupt her. I don't want to be rude. Also, there's apparently a lot of stuff down there. Did I miss that last night? God, I'm getting distracted. I really should go get my assistant. I can't just be the world's best cleric without Kim. My Kim. Oh, well, I guess we're, Oh, okay. You okay there? You're okay there, buddy? The Great Perch of Norvik. All right. And this is the Great Lizard of Norvik? An old symbol of an old regime. Where does this go? The Temple of Earth. Okay, cool. There's a knight here. And there looks to be a rust monster. Hello, sir. The duck. Oh. Well, let's be wary. This guy looks strong. He's undead. This is a true warrior. He is off duty, but whatever duty it is, it's everlasting. Hey there. Oh, damn. That's a wicked looking axe, man. A dark iron can of a man sits alone on the temple steps. His face obscured, an axe strapped to his back. This is a real man, a hero. citizen. The helmed head is slumped downwards, slightly. Is he asleep? He is not really here. Hello? No response. Hello? The metallic scraping noise fills your ears. The knight is moving, ever so slightly. His head turns. Twitch, why are you being mean and popping up that should redeem Jozu? No. Save up for maid then. You can save up for the maid, Kaz. Within the slits of his helmet, you see the faint shimmer of a bony face. Your name, soldier. His voice echoes out into the open chamber. I'm Ron? The knight's head slumps once again. Speak your mind, soldier. Who are you? He is silent for a while. You feel a light breeze pass through your armor. A draft? Somewhere perhaps there's a secret door here somewhere. The duck. Duck. A waterfall common on Ascani Lakes. Thank you. Excuse me? I am the duck. That's wild. You should be proud of your name. And I'm not saying that just because you have a giant intimidating axe that I don't want to behead me. The knight does not respond. He does not wish to share more. Are you Lord Gorm? No. I see. I'm looking for Lord Gorm. Have you seen him? No. A truth. How do I open the gate downstairs? I have the key. Oh! Well, can I have it? No. You are too weak for that. The man is correct. You need to get back to your strength first. The city below is dangerous. You should make sure to prepare properly before heading down there. Perhaps bring more spells. Perhaps make sure to recuperate enough for you to once again be able to cast higher tier spells. It's day 2. We just started. What are you talking about? It is embarrassing you have not already returned to your former state of esoteric mastery. The city below. Darkness incarnate. Do not tread without care. A warning from someone with ages upon him. Whom do you serve? I serve. He says, trailing off. Radiant. Yes? Once again, he turns to look at you, the darkness within his helmet seeming to reach out towards you. As if grabbing hold of the very air, you feel everything growing cold. His dark soul is reaching out. He's a dark knight. The creature before you is neither human nor alive. I serve nothing. A lie and a truth at once. Where'd you get that cool armor? The knight sits completely still, does not answer your question. Got it. Get it. No response. This creature holds no grudges, yet his hollow disposition taunts your senses. You feel invalid next to this man. You must learn from his ways. Attempt to have a firm discussion about masculinity? Why not? I'm feeling talkity. I'm no man. Ugh. You feel anger rising. Aggression. Yes, that is the only way. Do you ever live up to this idea of a man in front of me? I try to contain yourself as well as your bulging masculine power. He does not even look at you. I must fight him. I must destroy him. I must kill him. I must talk things out. Be boring. Yeah, I ain't gonna fight that guy. What the fuck you talking about? Divinity. There's light within this man. The knight shifts slightly, his armor scraping against the rock. The knight turns to look at you through his helmet. A little more. Wait a little longer. Soldier, your presence is unwanted. Present your query. Leave these hallowed grounds. Do you know magic? Yes. Do you have any spell scrolls I could have? The knight slowly grabs a scroll out of his pack. He tosses it to you after a moment deliberate. He gave me inflict wounds. A spell with power. Memorize it, soldier. Already did. He lifts his head. The darkness through his helmet focuses. No, soldier. Memorize it. I told you, I already did. I'm quick. You You've earned his respect. Good. Your ability to memorize spells instantly is an incredible talent. He should be impressed. How does one become a true warrior? A warrior. The knight places an iron gauntlet upon his knee and leans forward. A whispering wheeze escapes the slits in his helmet. Serve until the coast falls in on itself. Until Yor breaks the veil and rips every god rips and tears our reality to shreds. Serve well. Serve loyally. That is what a true warrior does. No matter what. The wheezing sobs. What if you serve someone evil, though? He shakes his head, slowly. Place not the choice of morality into the hand of the one who swings the axe. Truth of alignment lies entirely within your God, soldier. Do not forget that. So, who do you serve? Viskin. He moves his head towards you. No, that is not. Viskin? The Mortician? With a sudden force, the Dark Knight slams his axe into the ground. Darkness creeps through the hall. Within you. Do not speak of that. Shoulder. I'm just gonna smile and nod. Signal, loud and clear, buddy. He returns to his still position. Do not. The knight is now waiting for another question. Lucky you, he didn't kill you. What's with the mess? Ballot boxes? There's ballot boxes in here? Without lifting his head, the knight answers in a cold tone. Election. Is this where it's being held? No reply. Who are you voting for? No reply. I think at this point I'm basically Asgallian. Other questions? The Dark Knight sits still in the steps. Do you know anything about the tea shop? Not much. He'll talk? Why? Not like you can threaten him exactly. Do you have any piece of info that would help me? Maybe a man dressed in yellow? He goes silent for a while. A man passed through the halls below. Civilians do not pass there. Pass the crypt entrance through the goblin's domain to the southern caverns. That's the flip caverns, where gravity is reversed below the city ruins. So how do I get to the city below? He pauses, as if thinking about your question. The goblins use their passage below Viskin's lair. There are many ways down, but the passage in the chamber where you woke up, that would be a good place. That is the safest pass. What's past the crypts? The roots of the goblin's tree. More tunnels, the southern tunnels, than the sewers. And how do I get there? There are paths. Most are trapped. Once you get there, the alligator might know more. His grounds are near. Oh yeah, I met him. He almost killed me. Yeah, that berserker. You have delved deep. Do not anger him. He won't speak more about this horrific creature. A man? Dark hair, silk clothes, headwear, dressed in yellow. Sounds like a Redesian nobility merchant type. This is so dive deep like some spelunker. Yes. Thank you, my good knight. He is quiet. He has been ordered to answer your questions? This feels forced. Did you see anything suspicious before the explosion? No. You're sure? The knight nods slowly. Where were you on noon at the 21st? Below. I need more than that, my good knight. The walls shook in the crypts. I was on patrol. I was not in position to perceive any misdoings. There are thousands of tombs and crypts scattered below the ancient metropolis. The city below is endless, and most of it stands unexplored to this day. What are you patrolling for? He is silent and still for a moment. I have my purpose. As do you, soldier. Do not pry too deep. Noted. He places an iron hand on his knee, waiting for the next question. That is a firm yet gentle reminder that he could crush you in an instant. Well then, other questions. Citizen, I'm gonna leave. So those must be the ballot boxes. Apparently, I got a new thing here. Crate at an encounter. He was looking for a secret door. The man was seen by the duck. The man passed by the entrance. Okay. I got inflict wounds. Necromancy. Divine. On a hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage. Ooh, that's a good offensive spell. Not very holy, but still. Kind of curious about that patch of dirt, and then we'll talk about the ballot boxes in a minute. Time reclaims all. You see something shiny in the dirt. It's a shard of yore. The election looms. 3 days remaining. You see a bunch of boxes lined up, and some iron poles set in neat sections. Someone is pulling it together, step by step. There's supposed to be queues here on election day. There are a couple thousand people living on Tolstead. What is it, 4 days until the election? Correct. It is March 23rd. The election will occur on the 27th. Alright. What's this? A glorious shrine to the one and only Earth. I can use this to pray, I'm guessing. I could probably switch over if I really wanted to. Goblin was here. A grand wood carving of Uth, father of Norvik. You stare at the wondrous wood carving. A depiction of Earth at his greatest. A true man. However, you also noticed a message carved into the base of the art piece. This was not the artist's intention. I, couldn't figure that out myself, Wisdom. It says Goblin was here. Heresy. What kind of ingrate would defile a sacred object? Goblin was here. Vandalization. Terrible to see. If you'd been here, you would stopped it, surely. What do I know? Either way, you become stronger. You must stop the disintegration of society from spreading. What do I know about him? Goblin is an artist. He's technically wanted in most districts, but no one even knows if he's real. Might be a dozen little guys running around with paint and carving tools, who knows? Should I try to remove the message? Oh, I'll wait. It could be funny. I definitely like the funny, but let me look at my other options here. Talk to the duck. He said he has the key, right? So he's probably not going to let me go. Some kind of crypt key is needed here. Right. All right. He's probably not going to let me have it because I'm too much of a wussy man who uses his brain instead of his muscle. I don't want to waste too much time here because I want to be able to take advantage of things there. But oh, okay. We've been here already. Now this is interesting. What in the world am I looking at? Oyugui. Kargameshian vendor. Ooh. Nat 20, baby. We know everything. Entrepreneur, skilled merchant, businesswoman, halfling entrepreneur. Man, you could learn a shit ton from someone like her. Her goods are procured from all over. And their goal, the journey itself. And of course, to herald the power of the capital. She's damn good at it. Kargamesh is on the opposite side of the world. It's opposite Ascani in the Amir. In their dry, we have wet. And their warm, we have cold. She'll gladly tell you all about it on a surface level. She's not here to make friends. Not really, or at least not yet. She's too happy about the current climate. Travel through Divinity, Torm, and Yim? Not feasible at the moment. Trade, stiff and regulated. Airships, few and far between. This decade has been a slow descent to a world of monopolies and corruption, if you ask her. She might end up staying for the city for yours longer than she ever imagined. Alright. Beneath the shadow of a gnarly statue sits a girl wrapped in colorful garments. She's wearing some sort of hat with an attached veil, covering her face. On the ground around her, upon a fancy rug, you see an assortment of strange trinkets. Some of them have quite potent esoteric auras. She tries to say something, but is clearly unable due to her heavy layers of insulation. Sorry? She lifts up a small arm from underneath the layers, ripping the hat mask from her face. I said, gods, it's so cold here! You see how her skin has a faint blue tint. That, along with her small figure, makes it obvious to you she's a halfling. One of the Stormblood descent, originating from the Windcrack Mountains. Oh! Cool, you're an elemental. She clicks her tongue a few times. Old Fleur is the elemental. Not me. She taps the statue behind her with an evil grin. Let me introduce us, Miss formally. This here behind me is my guardian, Cruel Wing. Winged cruelty? Flying evil. Something like that. I call him Fleur. A gargoyle. Earth elemental. Terribly power. You got a gargoyle bodyguard? Yes. Fancy, isn't it? As for me, I'm Oyugui, the traveling wind. She who brings that which tingles around the coast from band to band. Her voice carries in a wonderfully exotic tonal melody. My services are available to you, if you have the coin. I mean, I have coin. Wonderful to hear. Though I'm still getting used to this, what do you call it here? Crown? Yes. Give me your crown, and you shall have great treasures. No dungeoneering required. She speaks strangely, somewhat. It's like she knows the language perfectly, but the way she talks is off. Ah, of course, she's under the effect of tongues. Third level divination. It grants a target the ability to understand all languages, and for the target's speech to be understandable by any sentinelist. Yep. I wish I had tongues. What do you say, warrior? Make my time worth it, here in the cold. I'd like to browse your wares, please. Great. What can I interest you in, for example? She pulls out a yellowed scroll from her chest. This is a scroll of comprehend languages, handy if you need to decipher some ancient text or speak with a foreigner. That's pretty good. How much is that? How many crowns do I have? Okay, I got 207 crowns. I'll pay for a scroll of comprehend languages for 100 when I can get 5%. 10 pieces of incense, bone dust canisters, dream patch. I don't know what a dream patch is, but the scroll seems good. I'll need that little scroll of comprehend languages, please. I would assume so, and at such a great price. I apologize if the handwriting is a bit rough. I got it from a gnomish gentleman in Vorgenti, a pixie dusting friend of a fiend of a man. That's all for now. I have to ask about this. I really like that statue up there. Why is it hanging on your statue, friend? Oh, that's just a warning. Last adventurer tried to steal from me and left it behind. You can buy it if you want. If you dare. Ohayo gozaimasu. Shizuka. Ogenki. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in, welcome in. We're just kind of getting started. Kind of getting my paces along here. What do you know about the tea shop? Oyugi. She looks to her right. It's not in great condition. True. Anyway, I do not know much as to why it became this way. I arrived in the afternoon on the day it happened, you see. Hello, chat. Hello, boat. It came on the day. No much. I arrived in the afternoon. You have proof of that? Have you heard anything about it? Just that it exploded. But people tend to not want to speak about it much from what I've noticed. Almost like it's none of their concern. Or all of their concern. That elemental can't cast fireball. She makes a strange, playful oohing sound. No, warrior. He can do much harm, but no fire. They could probably take him. Good to know. Indeed. I'm good for now. I've been kind of playing around here, but I need to get back to finding Snow. I really gotta get back to my partner. And then I gotta get the... What's about that about deep balls, Apple Boy? What? What are you talking about? Huh? I passed out. What happened? What are we talking about? Who are you people? I have no idea what you're talking about. Need to get to the Goblin Garden. And then I'm gonna circle back around to the Waterdeep well.
Brother, we must uncover the secrets of the Mind Goblin.
Yes, indeed. We need to unearth all of what knowledge they possess, these mind goblins. They're a crafty bunch. Always, like, figuring things out. Always trying to, you know, gather things. There's a kitty. A black cat. Can I pet the cat? Water deep, you say? No, it's okay. Yeah, water deep indeed. No, it's good. You're good. On the ledge overlooking the garden, you spot a cat. Calm as can be. Doesn't even care that you stomp up next to it. A proud beast. Treat it with respect, and it shall treat you the same. Who might you be? The brat lifts its head up. Its dark eyes squint at you for a second, sniffs in the air, and then ignores you once again. It knows more than it lets on. Wisdom comes from knowing when to act and when to not. This cat does not care for you in the slightest. Pet it or something? I don't know. If you wish to hold a proper conversation, you need to find the first level spell, Speak with Animals. I'll pet the cat. You reach towards the cat's head. It meets your palm and nuzzles up against it. What a sense of divine validation. Such independence and arrogance. You should get a cat. Not doing anything, yet getting so much love? Learn from this beast. It appears to have enjoyed the pet. And that's, you only get one. Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one pet. The goblins are out and about. I gotta go find Snell. And then I gotta figure out what the frick I'm gonna do. These railings follow the Safety Council standards of Night 22. Thanks, intelligence. Nobody asked. Alright. So I hope Snell's down here. We parted ways last time. It's like Spider-Man and Family Guy. Exactly. Well, there he is. There's the boy. Hey, Snell. Morning, Cleric. The goblin runs his eyes. You ready to head out? Yeah, more or less. Goblin collects his things, strapping a pouch on his hip, adjusting his jacket. He finishes up. He says, by the way, yesterday with Darrow. Thanks. Doesn't make much of a difference to people like him, but seeing you stand up to Darrow like that, priceless. Everything is warm. Yeah, we did basically tell him listen, he's with me. It's fine. He left anyway, but we did try to stand up for our partner. I only did what was right. What an honorable cleric we picked up. Oh boy. Finally, Snell puts a pouch inside his inner jacket pocket. All right, I'm ready. Snell has joined a party. All right. Gang's back together. Now, I don't know what the fuck to do with it. I got ideas. So, we gotta get into the tea shop. Coin Lord isn't gonna give us his blessing. We still gotta go over here, and I think there's a couple things we can do with Water Lane. So I think I want to go to Water Lane is my thought process here. So Water Lane, Pillar Crossing. We go to Pillar Crossing, and we can get to Water Lane pretty quickly. All right, Water Lane it is. Oh, Pillar Crossing and Water Lane. Hey, you think I'm gonna get assassinated again? Just a random thought. Last time I crossed this bridge, someone tried to kill me. Dormitory, out of commission. All right. Is there anything worth noting here for later? Simi, son of Strokeback. That's an interesting name. Ah, the Strokeback family. Good family. They're professional rowboaters or something like that. Yachtsmen. Yes, that's what we're gonna go with. All right. So this guy has my book. Maybe he's fixed it by now. Opens at sundown. Oh, right. He's an owl. He's not gonna open for me. How did I get... That was the other thing. I was like, how did I get up there? Or how do I do this? How do I do anything? All right, so... I didn't think I was able... I think I needed to get into the trade company, but it was too late to do anything. The Reed's Trading Company. We needed to get in here, but it was too late. We're gonna see if we can find that dastardly sharp owner, because maybe he tried to ship himself off. Hey, it's our friend, the orc lady. The rug is fake, Fruk from. How very glib. Oh, you know the other thing now that it's a new day, I get another reroll. So maybe we can get better with Adrian Vera? The answer would be no. Good morning, Vera. The orc stands on fancy furniture. A crackling fireplace lights up her face as you approach. Welcome to the Escani Reed's Trading Company, cleric. It is the Orc Lady again. Beware her manipulation. Yes, and also, tell her she looks lovely. You look lovely to meet you. You look lovely to meet you again, Agent Vera. That's how I would flirt. That's how I would do it. You look lovely to meet you again, Agent Vera. Hmm? Oh. She blinks thrice and then just nods, ignoring your flub. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, of course. Same to you. Damn it! She walks over to the desk, grabbing a piece of paper. The warehouse below here. Probably holds a lot of useful stuff. This wonderful free strider lady is the one who decides who comes and goes, so talk to her and let her get you into the warehouse. If you ask that, she would think you mean something very different. Well done handling the dwarves. Made my life a lot easier at the very least. I did it for you, Peepo Shina. Anytime. Play cool, play cool. Good, there might actually be more things we could use a cleric's help with. Now, things are a bit busy here. We're currently deep in paperwork with a new partner. But I can always make time to a friend with a free strider clause. Hey, are you finished with that spell scroll? Do you want to split it? About the tea shop owner. One greasy bird, but he's good at his job. What about him? What do you know about him? He's a yobu. Speaks through those mimicry voices. We're kind of worked with him in the past. There was some kind of conflict with the ownership of his property at some point with the HWBT. It was resolved. You know where I can find him? No clue. I have a hunch he might be in the guild warehouse. Of course, we could have that arranged. It would take some time, of course, security clearance and such, unless... I suppose it could be sped up if you were to help me in the matter I'm dealing with at the moment. Would you be interested? I can hear it out. Great. She walks over to a drawer and pulls out several papers. I've got a perfect task for a strong cleric like yourself. Yeah, you are. Hell yeah, you are. I don't know why that's what came out of me. All right. She stuffs the yellow document in your hand. AFAS. A what? An Escani Economic Free Strider Accord. We've been unable to hand them out previously due to a number of legal reasons that are being stripped away if we land in a good position of the future government. So in preparation, we're opening talks with a number of local entrepreneurs. Having these handed out by an official cleric would make the process a lot more official, however, greatly expediting the process. At least our numbers seem to indicate that folk are much more agreeable to city officials than our staff. I'm guessing you can assume why. You want me to hand out pamphlets? Oh no! She taps the document in your hand. These are legal documents showing every clause in the local EFA. Yes, Caesar. I just realized. Yes. Go on. Remember Freema voice you put up? Oh, the one that Wool asked me to do with the caveman voice. Frymate, yeah. Yeah, the Frymate. I figure that would be good for either strength or constitution, but I'm guessing you think Vera might be a good candidate as well. Are you dead? He didn't like the joke. The Frymate. No, I liked it. It was a good joke. It's clever wordplay. I liked it. +2, Caesar. I'm sorry. These are legal documents showing every clause in the local EFA. Very generous terms that will greatly assist the local corporations in growth, revenue, and stability. We're not all talk, we actually do support local infrastructure and businesses quite heavily. First step is getting those businesses is to actually join the Accord. So you want me to hand out contracts? Yes, mostly for them to take a look at. Once we get 3 toasted businesses on paper, We'll have met our pre-election quota. That'll make my bosses very happy. And that would make me very happy. 3 businesses, huh? Yeah, of course, you want to deliver them to more. Just go ahead. The businesses need to be established, but not necessarily registered. If you're not sure, you can hand them out anyway. On top of my head, I can recommend the Viskin's Lich House and the Drunk Sphinx. I'm sure you can find out more. Winks. I'll come back once you hand them out, and I'll be sure to return the favor. All right. Any news about the tea shop? She sighs and grabs an envelope. Darrow put a stop to any official investigation. He even had his guardian angel place an arcane lock on the entry ring. You mean Eder? Yes, his celestial pet. I like her. She seems nice. I like you more than her. I don't know. She seems nice. They seem both nice. Oh god, you're gonna make me choose? I'll just do this. I like you more than her. That's, I've had the displeasure to deal with her a few times here on Tolsted. Ever since she was handed the reins of Coin Lord Lapdog. She seems to enjoy mocking us lesser creatures, coming off almost petty. Strange behavior for such a transcendent creature. She adjusts her posture. Now, bystanders suffered minor injuries. No real casualties found after a quick search of the premises. The flames were put down within the hour. Eyewitnesses indicate the flames appeared alongside a loud explosion. A few unnamed people also mentioned the flames were blue for a short moment. Blue flames, huh? Rest goes along with our info. Good to have it corroborated. But you'll hear this. You have our sources too, my friend. Blue flames. Interesting. Indeed. Clearly it indicates a type of magical origin. I'm sorry, esoteric origin. Huh, esoterical. She nods. Thank you. That was very cringe of me. Thanks for the info. No problem. Anything else? That's all for now. Thank you, citizen. Okay, so the deal is if I want to go down and see if the bird's in there, I gotta do a favor for the orc lady. I wonder if the angel would also help us. Like, if she's the one who put the lock, she knows how to unlock it. So maybe if we riz up the angel enough, she'll also let us do it. All right. What did that update for me? Be not afraid. What did that open for me? I'm not seeing it. I need to, oh right, oh fuck. I gotta be careful about how much I just spent 100 crown. I needed that money. I needed that money for this. I need to pay 1,500 crown, 250 crowns. I needed those crowns. Oh god, I need 150 crowns if I want to get my spell book back. I don't want that thing being held hostage. God, all right. You said you just had money. I spent some on a scroll of... What did I spend it on? I spent it on a scroll of something. That was Greece. Did I just... Maybe I used it already. Comprehend languages. That's it. That's the one I picked up. All right. Comprehend languages. A scroll of Jozu. Exactly. Ost. Chief. Oh, it's that guy. So desu ne. Osto. もう一度会えますね。ああ、大丈夫、大丈夫。よく、コボドは、コボドは、大きい関数で、よく危ないです。それは、そのコボドは、特別危ない一人です。気をつけてください。9何ですか？救急オストさん、コーナーに正します。うちで uchide milk crate ga arimasu. Kirik. Kirik. Dame. Ike. Well, I think that was a minute. Thank you for the short comprehend languages, as in Jozu lesson. Thank you, Jizu. Is this the milk run? What do I mean by that? Is this the milk run? Yes. Cool. He growls in an adorable way. Who's funding the operation? I am. I get from producer, then transport, then sell. It is milk run. Big profit. So you're... No more questions. I am busy. So rude. I was gonna say, is he the milkman? So you're the milkman. His milk is delicious. You approach the shrine. Oh, right, this is a shrine. And tranquility. Oh, wow. I didn't realize I could do all of this. Contemplate women. Is this a hint system? I forgot. Milky Merc. Oh my god. Yeah, feels too bad that actually lost that. I'll come back there. I'll do the prayer later. We'll do that at the end of the day. Prepare spells. Can I switch them willy-nilly? I guess I can. There's no penalty, it looks like. You bless yourself with divine guidance. How long is this casting? For the duration. 1 hour. Okay. That could be good for dungeons. Cure wounds is definitely one of them. Inflict wounds, I'm tempted just in case we get into a fight. Grease me up, woman! Detect secrets is pretty good. I could do prayer healing. Comprehend languages. Bless. It's fine. I don't need prayer healing right this minute. Alright. I'm glad that you can like switch it on the fly like this. Alright, so iron pot, heavy metal, it's hot. That's a good rhyme. That's actually a really good rhyme. Alright, so everything goes back to Tolsted. So this will take me back to Tolsted. So we gotta find 3 businesses. Careful, Snell. That one's a killer. I should know. Alright, we're going up here. A long way to climb. I already did it once, so I'm not too worried. Goth lady? Hello? Oh, it's the dumbasses. We found out after the fact that these guys were like about either manipulated or were gonna do something stupid. Toli Tolpar. Well, I don't know nothing. Great. Good stuff. Good stuff. Stenbuskin. I know one thing about. A boy named after the dwarven word for rock. Alright. Oh, we did pretty well with him. Nada. And then Earth Nisei. God, why do my rolls suck? Unemployed. This is a shitty kid, but kind of fun. If he was your peer growing up, he'd be one of those fucking bullies. That's not really a massive negative on his part. Pretty much every well-adjusted kid bullied you. Thank you. I think. Hey. You're the goth. Do I want to deal with you assholes right now? Not particularly, but it's good to know that this is where you guys hang out and do your crimes. Playing your little racist crimes. Good to know, at least. Alright, we've gone full circle. Back to the tea shop. Maybe the potion seller would be interested, but he's not open, right? Sleeping midnight-ish. Oh, that's not gonna help me, because I was hoping I could get this done before. Alright, well, here's the deal. She gave us a clue for 2. So let's just start there, right? We can go to the Sphinx and we can go to the Lich's shop. Oh, it'd be this one. It's been a while since we've been here, and he's already back here. Looks like ads are starting in a minute, so we'll just take a small break. But thanks everybody for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate it. For the newbie, Napuku and everybody, we typically give people breaks. No one gets left behind on this boat. So I'll see you on the other side of the breaks. In the meantime, I don't know. I guess I'll just sit here and chat for a little bit. Also, I might need to go piss girl, because I've been drinking a little bit of water. I should also maybe double check, like, if anything fell down during that earthquake. It wasn't bad. I'm not too worried about that, but I'll go double check to see if there's anything that tipped over that shouldn't be tipped over. You know, like the cow I have outside. Compared to disco, let's see. So it's definitely disco inspired with all of the like the things with like your personality and your traits are giving you these insights and these thoughts and these feelings and acting out and all that. I think some of the things they're talking about with regards to politics or with regards to like social skills, social groups, politics, all that stuff. It's good, but I'm trying to piece it together compared to like what disco did, right? Like disco, I think took a very, I think like this one's simpler. Because I feel like with like some of the kids, like it's easier to be like, oh, this guy's a complete blatant racist, or like this guy's a complete blatant like socialist, etc., right? Yeah, I should go piss first, and I'll give me time to ruminate all my thoughts. I'll be right back. God, I wish my ear would pop. All right, I'll be right back. All right. Oh boy, yeah. I just got in the ear to just. It's clearly got some stuff. It just doesn't want to pop. All right, we're done with the break. So just a real quick before we get back into it. To answer Sheez's question, I think like, while the writing is good, it definitely doesn't have the same like difficulty. It's a lot easier to digest, and I think from what I'm observing so far is it's like it's easier to spot like, although disco has this too, as well. it's to a more difficult degree. Here I can see like, oh, that's clearly a socialist, or like that's clearly the Libertarian Party, or these are clearly the racist dumbass kids, right? Yeah, exactly, right? I think that's exactly what I'm trying to portray it. Like, because Disco, like, when you think about how many hours upon hours upon hours of text that is in that game alone, and all the subtle ways they kind of explain like why this means that and stuff like that, it's a greater field of depth. I'm not saying this one doesn't have depth, but I would say this one is a lot simpler to digest, and you know, that's okay, right? There's nothing wrong with like having different like levels of this, right? It could be that like maybe that was the intent to a degree, is like it's not to like talk over the player, but to like give them a more easier to digest version of these things. Level 17 entrepreneur. This pale man handles corpses in the basement, a typical self-employed city contractor. Remember hearing about this man? He used to be a dentist and a surgeon. His study in the magical realm is immense, far beyond your capabilities. Some of these texts around himself would suggest he cast 5th or even 6th level spells. Could be higher, could it? Why does this Viscan have a... Figure out what's weird about this guy. Still didn't make it. You glare at the pale man, who keeps working for his documents for approximately a minute. Eventually, you feel stuck. I don't mean to imply I know more than a good, honorable, earth-good cleric. However, you must certainly have more important things to do. Dang, I have to come back later. There's a zombie downstairs. Oh, I could do a shard if I wanted to try again. 18. Even with an 18... Like, and that was like taking out, how much did I take out? Minus 15 to the DC. Here's a thing from the Free Striders. Oh, he lifts it lightly, reading the text. An economic accord. How quaint. I have to hand them out to help Agent Vero. I know very well about the free way of business in the East. I have no interest in dealing with these methods unless I'm forced in the event of a governmental shift, which, considering you have been instructed in handling these out, is most likely exactly what's going to happen. Thus, I will indeed most likely sign this in the end. You don't sound too happy about that. Does he ever sound happy? Good point, Charisma. It is the way of things. I much preferred the rule of Earth. This so-called meritocratic capitalistic society of reeds is based on foul bureaucracy. Nothing else. I will manage it well, but in principle I still stew in resentment. Okay. He places the paper on his desk among many other documents. Is that all? Yeah, that's all. Bye, creepy necromancer who's definitely not waking the dead. Yeah, so like Disco is like basically I think like a graduate. If Disco's like graduate school, this is more like high school. You know, not to like dismiss it outright, but it's like you need to have some knowledge, but you don't need to be like an expert to get all of the subtleties, right? That's the other thing about it that's pretty cool. If that makes sense, right? All right, so I need to get back to the... Is the Sphinx even open? Like, can I talk to that nice lady? I think there's an entrance through Goblin Garden, if I go that way. That takes me to Pillar Crossing. Okay. Excuse me? I'm fine, by the way. Just like, I'm just dealing with this. It's the cough is always the last thing to go. It's just nagging me. Opens at 18. So I can't even do this quest yet. All right, well, frick it. All right. Dang it. All right. Well, I'm out of leads with that then. Okay, so... what else can we do? Where honey lemon tea? Unfortunately, there's no tea in the house. Like, right now, the house is kind of like... the apartment's running a little low. There's honey lemon at the office. I'll definitely brew some honey lemon tea later. Maybe I can do the milk. Maybe I can be milk curious. That could be something I could do. I could go help out with the milk supply. That'd be fun. There's a secret door somewhere downstairs. Looking for a secret door to further below. So apparently there's a secret door, maybe? We can go talk to Eder. Okay, so. We need to make money as well. So, my thought here is. We got a couple things here we can do. But my first thoughts are. We gotta wait for this one anyway. And the two businesses I have in mind won't be open till late. So, let's do either the milk run or go down and talk to Eder. I'm thinking milk run, personally. Then people were giving me sus about milking. Yeah. How dare they? What's wrong with milking, huh? Tell me one thing. Stop giggling. Just because I'm gonna milk things. I'm gonna milk you. Why are you laughing? Why does everyone laugh when I say I'll milk them? I'll milk them good. It's not funny. The depths of Tolstead. All right. So wait, one other thing before I go and do this. Ask about this milk run. What's up here? Oh, I get it. All right. That sword looks pretty cool. All right, I'll come back here. We're gonna come back here anyway. I'll hold off on it. Let me get that milk. I'm wanting on the milk. I'm in. Is it too late? Do I have to wait? Nope, it's still here. All right. Is this the milk run? Yes. Can I help? No. Please? He growls. In an adorable way. You see him stop his growling. He thinks to himself, something. Ah, he's got a plan. A scheme? But then the kobold turns around and starts picking up bottles. He hands them to you, one by one. You are now milk delivery human. You are on milk run. A quest? What? Really? Human, listen up. Each bottle is special. I'm the milk boy. I bake the milk. I am the milkman. My milk is delicious. Oh, yeah, this is just what I wanted. Oh, yeah, this is a very important quest. We're going to do this. Very important. Tea shop? What tea shop? I got milk to deliver, man. You must deliver it to rich people. Make them buy. Price is 4,000 crown. Oh, that's ridiculously expensive. It is good milk. After you sell them all, you come to me. On election day, that is when we count money. Each cost 2,000 crowns. 2,000? Yes. For one bottle of milk. Yes. You sell all. You get 20,000 crown. That is math. On election day, you pay me 10,000 crown. That is recoup. Recoup? Recoup. I get 10, you get 10. That is recoup. Who do I sell to? Stupid human, rich human, milk lover, cow fucker. Find and sell, easy, even cleric can do. What happens if I don't sell them all? Expensive milk, good milk. If cleric cannot sell, cleric pays 10,000. All right, I'll do it. I'm gonna go on a milk run. Good. Yes! Just drink the milk. Cleric, come talk on election day. Bring money. Now go, be gone. You do whatever you want, cleric, but please don't even think about asking me to buy one. You should try to find some humans. They love milk. What if I drink the milk? No, or do his wish. If cleric does, cleric will pay. Either way, I get rich. But it is milk. It is delicious. Any tips on who to sell milk to? No, now go away. You're not going to be able to sell any of this milk. Simply drink it. You will be your own customer. Well, there's probably some way for you to sell these, right? Maybe the nice orc lady will help me sell them. I got milk. 5 HP. Oh, if I just drinked it from it. Oh man, that'd be funny. Minus 5 constitution? Am I lactose intolerant? Is the cleric lactose intolerant? Alright. Well, I'm convinced. Let's go see if we can do this. People are appalled. Let's go see if we can sell some milk. The quest, the most important quest I could have received. Goblins are just hanging around. Hey, would you like some milk? Can I offer you some milk in this trying time? May I offer you some milk in these trying times? I wish it would send. A good thing would be like if it let me maybe the drunk sphinx will let me have it. Maybe the drunk sphinx will take it off my hands. Maybe. Temple of Earth. Where was I? I'm in Pillar Crossing, right? Drunk sphinx is closed. Tolsted. Where does that go from? Where does that go out from Tolsted? The tunnel to Goblin Garden. It smells musky. Right. I think I want to go this way. Marketing was Simi, son of Strokeback. Yeah. Was it down here? Maybe. A rough Carnosaurus says R and A. R and A? Huh. It says Snell. HWBT. Oh, it's Snell's house. Cool. So now we know where to come pick him up when we get a little cold. All right. Where's this empty out to? Oh! I didn't see this before. An entity. Highly uninteresting. Oppressive landlord. Why does it look like Carl from Uncle Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Merfolk. Oppressive? He's a good landlord. He takes care of his tenants. He makes sure there's a decent amount of service being done. Maintenance, safety check-ups. He's nowhere near the worst landlord in Tolstad alone. And he holds the key to the shelter, one of the pillars in the hierarchy of needs. There's nothing inherently oppressive about playing with the system. To profit within it to a senseless degree, it is unearned wealth. Yet, he is but a person in the system. Should we limit a private citizen's ability to leverage its investments for profits? Should the free market dictate how and where folk get to live? Is this merman a bad person for playing his hand in a world built upon the whims of capital? You do not know, but everyone has an opinion. Thanks, Wisdom. I think. Not now. Oh, he... Well, pardon me, sir. Can I just get past here real quick? Feels like damp mold in here. Now where am I going? Back to Goblin Garden. Okay. Maybe the queen will take one of my milks. Let's go milk the queen. Potted mushroom tucked away in the corner. Did you just rip those mushrooms out of a pot? Well, why did you do that? What? It was cultivated there. It was a potted mushroom. I'm not sure why I did that. Listen, I thought it was a loot chest. I was just... Nature is yours to mold. Someone worked hard cultivating those. Now you've just taken them. Can I put them back? No. You'll just have to live with it. Guess so. Wisdom is on a weird guilt trip today. I'm not sure why. Like, I like being wise because it definitely helps me read people and find some stuff, but like, dang, she's being judgmental today. Hello, Queen. Cleric. The lady leans back in her throne. You've returned. I have some other stuff to the tea shop to report. Tea shop first, Cleric. Focus on that first. Tea shop first. Tea shop first. Jeez, fine. Jeez, a common slang shortened from Jesus, often used to exclaim a sense of shock and of annoyance. Jesus, a titan who roamed Ascani during the Fade era, famous for his visual similarity to a ghost, only a lot bigger. Some ancient monuments found in modern-day Vizca seems to indicate that this titan died for the sins of all minor geese. I like the allegory that Jesus is a giant goose that roamed the earth. That's a goose kaiju, if you will. That's a good metaphor. That's a good one. All right. Let me think. What do I do? I guess I could go talk to my angel friend, or we can go try to sell these things to the rich people. They got money to burn. They don't need that much, you know. We gotta just have to be good at selling it milk, you know. I'm a natural salesman with my 12 charisma. Yeah, I'll be okay. Oh, rich people, I got milk. Oi, rich people, I got milk. The road leads to Central Tolstead. You have no business there. Tolls Road, North Darrow House. Dang. Guess I can't sell the milk here. Alright, well, fuck. I guess I'm done. How about we talk to our angel friend? Cleric. She's still working on detailed notes, her halo spinning. What do I know about Celestials, Night Kerr? Celestials, gathering term for creatures born from the eternal good plane. There are many such creatures scattered across the coast. The only major civilization of Celestials is here at Divinitorum, the Golden Horde. I should keep talking to her.
Brother, do not the angel.
I wasn't doing that. I was just talking to her. She is lonely, but her demeanor does not scream, please socialize with me. Thanks for the hydrate, by the way. And the stretch. What do you know about the Pale Man in the morgue? She closes her book floating before her. Avoid that creature. There is a darkness there. I wasn't planning on doing anything anytime soon, but thank you for the reminder. Her halo spins erratically for a moment. I have been told not to interfere, both with the mortician and his helpers. The Pale Man's reputation is insane. What the hell is he? Something is certainly off about him. Helpers? Mercenaries, creatures who roam below, dark spirits. They are unofficially sanctioned. None opposes their presence, for Viskin keeps them in line. Ha! Another reason not to get in Viskin's way. Do not engage them unless forced. Did he have something to do with the tea shop? Not likely. Why? Viskin has been a presence here for almost 4 decades, to my knowledge. During all this time, he never caused any issues. Beyond that, Viskin is also tight cooperation with the Halfway Bridge. Since they are the main drivers in this investigation, it'd be strange if Viskin was behind it. Although, it would be finding evidence towards his involvement, let me know. He seems like a normal guy. Avoid Viskin. Okay, good job. Thanks for the info. She opens. Do not engage. Do not engage. Attempt to flirt. Imposing. Ethereal. Philosophic agenda updated. Her telepathic voice gets dropped down several octaves. All the way down to your spine. Snell's watching. He's making me nervous. I'll try. Fuck it. We ball. Why are we doing this to yourself? You feel as the world is against you. This woman, she's simply too powerful, isn't she? Like, as pertains to planes of existence, yours is in a different league from hers. The type to crush you like an insect, and yet you're trying to win her favor? Nah, not gonna happen. But, no buts. This is serious. You have to stand up for yourself! A man does not lie down like this. It doesn't matter how many times you...
I literally just told you.
I had the choice, Justin. Listen, it didn't work. You did try to tell me, Justin. I'm sorry. A man does not lie down like this. It doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down or broken into pieces. You get up again. They ain't never going to get you down. A man takes every failure with the stride the world demands. He looks the painful realization that the world is against him and laughs at it. He laughs at the pain and he keeps going until it breaks him to dust. Become dust, brother. That sacrifice is exactly what this world needs. Dust? That's... You do not need to fight so much. Do you remember what she told you? The day she ran into the crowd with that scowl on her face. Oh no, Myron. It didn't start out violent. I did not see this going where it's going right now. When I failed to riz the angel. It didn't start out violent. An oppressed mass gathered that day. It was not an Asgalist thing. There was no real Asgaliism in those days. Not with the human workers, at least. 500 textile workers, mostly women, marching the streets in protest of horrendous working conditions. A powder keg, set off by the latest indignity thrust upon them by the factory owners. A mass of unseen skilled labor, spawned out of cheap generators. They did not even employ any wizards to maintain the magic. Normally, these invisible, esoteric spirits would not be able to handle the workload of the average textile seamstress, but the simplification of some of the machinery made it suddenly possible. The women, who lost their livelihoods, were screaming in the streets, as is only natural. 4 years earlier, the Bone Purge made it clear esoteric production was not the lifeblood of Norvik. And considering the dramatic failure of Arcanist methods in the last century, most people agreed to this point. Alas, greed knows no boundary. Myron brought me there. She did. That girl did not think about anything but the egalitarian dream. Hopped up on green pamphlets and green books, she shared that dream with you, along with the rest of that group of outcasts. You and a handful of other activists of the youth held signs, chanted dwarven songs, held the line as the fascists rolled in. I didn't throw any rocks. You were the peaceful route, despite their aggression. As the Uthgard peacekeepers pushed into the crowd, bulky pavises breaking bones. Bulky pavises? I think it's pavises? Pavises breaking bones and dislocating jaws, the group scattered. One by one, those outcasts left to live in the system instead of attempting to smash it with an adamantine hammer. Ah, shit, and I stayed behind like an idiot. You stood by your principles, or you stood by her principles. She had a lot of those. When the bricks began to fly, it was far too late to back out. The roaring crowd surrounded, the batons pelting, the mass crying. The state won. That was the last time you saw Myron. Former leader and founder of the Asgal Youth, currently the only female foreman among the Norvik Asgal Council. May she rest in peace. What? She didn't die. Oh. Last you heard, she was leading the Asgalian front. She is their only female foreperson. She's one of the most influential women in Norvik. Ah. That somehow feels worse. An offshoot of Gausga's push more extreme parts of the ideology. Ah, that somehow feels worse. I don't know. Now this is making me think. Now I'm thinking, I don't think I'm a radical in this regard. But I don't know how extreme they mean. Are they meaning like terrorist attacks? Things like that? Why do I miss her? She didn't give a damn about. I don't think that's the case. She never sold out. You never knew she would. You knew she never would. She made something out of herself. She is a woman with aim. Why do I miss her? She didn't give a damn about me. Because the first feeling is always the strongest. The rest are felt with cushions around the heart. Eater is still looking at you. That was a lot. You met her gaze. Perhaps you should rethink your methods here. So question, yeah. This whole flirting thing? You can try again later. Right now, just chill, okay? You have cool armor. Thank you. She's welcome. She's practiced the formal way of answering a compliment, because in her culture, she does not do one things. No, thank you. She just keeps working. What's your question, Suzu? Have a good day, Eter. If a character has very good intentions of trying to do good, but... What can I do? What can I do? What can I do now? Still gotta find a way to sell this milk, but the places I want to sell it at are closed for like another 5 or 6 hours. The character also is quite violent and fucked up tendencies. Okay, I'm with you so far. I need to go get some money, so the only thing I can think of is to go back into the hole. Back into the hole I go. Like full-on sadistic and torturing. Okay. I kind of see what you're talking. You say that, I think like immediately things like the Punisher or something like that. Is it a good-natured character? I mean, I think that's part of the things that are going with regards to like the Punisher in that regard, right? Because he's punishing bad guys, but a lot of people are like, yeah, but like the way he does it feels like icky, right? I don't have a... My guess would be that's someone who's lost their way. I don't necessarily think they would be a good character, but at the same time, it's like one of those things that's like, the reason they gotten that far was because, to begin with, was because of the horrible things that were happening. I'm gonna ask the duck here if he can give me the... You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking like, the quote that comes to mind, or the metaphor that comes to mind is, I'm paraphrasing the quote here, but like, those who make peaceful resistance impossible make violent resistance inevitable, right? And I feel like that's where things like that come in, where like, at that point, violence is justified. And you might have a line about what violence you find is acceptable or not acceptable. But the thing is like, yeah, like, but like, you're trying to do a good thing, but like, if the world is denying you the chance to do it the peaceable way, or the right way, the quote unquote right way, then you are left to do things the violent way, right? And at that point, I don't know, you know, like, I think that's one of those things that like, it's going to become something that everybody's going to have their own line of demarcation with. Let's ask this duck. The Ironton can. He is ready for more of your questions. How do I open that gate down the stairs? I have the key. Can I have it? No. You are too weak. Okay. It's embarrassing you're not already returned to your mastery. Okay. I think that's fine. Dude, Chizu, go for it. There's plenty of space for characters like that. Why are you loitering here, knight? I am not. The cold voice echoes to the chamber. What are you doing then? I am on my off hours. He speaks as though he's reading from a script. You like it here? No response. I too would like to hang on the steps of the temple. His helmet turns slightly. But I won't force you to hang out with me. Some metallic creaking is all you hear from the night. Your manhood is infinitely tiny in comparison. Ugh. Why are people making fun of my manhood? I could do a short rest to recover. All dice checks are unlocked. That's another thing I forgot I could do. All right. No, adventurer, you cannot handle my potions, but I needs them. But I needs them. Small PP energy. My PP is adequate. Oh boy. I think I can get it down from here. Maybe I could sell a bottle of milk to this guy? He seems rich. Do you want to buy some milk? Milk? No, thank you. I'm in no need as of now. Also, if you don't mind asking, does this have anything to do with Ost? I'm a milk runner. I see. Do not let this task get in the way of your more important quest, cleric. That is my suggestion. Thanks. Bye. All right. Well, I tried. I'm not the most effective salesman. Let's be real. I'm gonna try. All right. Wait, is that the zombie? Is that the corpse under the blanket? You stare at the blue rag, draped over the outline of someone. Sir, you can't sleep down here. No response. Give it up. Nothing to gain here. He is too still to be alive. Goblin looks at you with a furrowed brow. Check under the rag. Underneath, you find the cold corpse of a human. Thinning blonde hair. Unkept facial hair. Mid-40s, factory worker, Ascani blood. His complexion shows nearly no decay. Most likely under the effect of a preserving spell. Yeah, this guy looks fresh. Like he could just sit up and talk to you. The goblin looks away. He does not wish to partake in death. Okay, DC. I'm good with corpses, right? What do you mean? Like, I've been trained to handle them, right? You do not have the training to handle them, no. But of course, you do have the skills to draw basic conclusions. Go ahead. Got it. Master corpsecraft. Perhaps one day. Just be careful. You don't know what you're doing. What do you mean? I'm a master of corpsecraft. See? There's something strange here. This is no regular gentle repose. Look close, but do not move the corpse. Harsh scars cover the skin. Signs of being either a hard worker or a careless worker litter his skin. Cause of death appears to be not directly visible. No blunt trauma, neither. Considering his age and the shape of his body, this man has most likely died of common disease or internal failure. That's pretty broad and vague. Unless you're willing to start cutting, that's all you'll get. Except... What? There's also a marking on the right leg. A circle with a cross inside it. You recall, that is the marking of PR. Potential revivification. Oh, right. This guy can be revived. Seems so. He most likely died during care and was granted immediate gentle repose. However, he did not have an RF, a revive fund, nor did he have family members with enough ready cash. Or perhaps he was just an unlikable fellow, who knows. Fair enough. You cover up the corpse once more. You done? He looks queasy. The goblin is not used to corpse craft. I should stop bothering the corpse now. There's no point in asking questions, I guess, for now. We'll get back to it. That opened up this. A month's rent to bring him back, huh? That feels like a deal if I get the if you can bring me back from the realm of the dead. That goes to Goblin Garden, if I remember right. That goes to Goblin Garden? Sure do. Alright, back in we go. And then we're gonna go this way. Hope everyone's having a good time. We're slow. These games are slow, and then like they kind of snowball near the end. So that's kind of what I feel like we're doing right now. It's like we're just trying to slowly piece together things, get our opportunities. It's gonna take a bit of time though. So that's the broken stairway, and I don't think I can go down further in, right? Psionic Goblin. Yeah, the Mind Goblin. It's a long way down. Yeah, we ain't going that way. There's a secret passage, apparently, somewhere. A lot of booby traps as well. We still got a bunch of things down here we can do. So we found the crypt door here. And we found that cool mace. I don't think there's anything else down here. I could be wrong. Thousands of dead. So these won't kill me like the other one, right? No, they will not. Earth's divine protection holds still over these graves. We all thank him for that. All right. Did I ever go up there? I feel like I'll need some type of key there. Oh, got it. I tried, but I couldn't. Hey, it's Duck. Hey, Duck. I'm gonna just preemptively cast Bless on me. I'm blessed. The Dark Knight stands in the crypt. He does not face you. You are no threat to him. He is very, very still. Excuse me, His armor creaks. His body moves. A voice. Soldier. Well fought. Oh, against the skeleton. He holds out a gauntlet towards the open tomb. Divinity hold ground. Feel it. This guy scares the shit out of me, Snell whispers to you. Such an edgelord. Edgelord, the name of a famous death knight in service of the Shadow Lord. Also a term used for people who dress up in dark armor and brood a lot. Shadow Lord, an orderly walking god of the divine era, known for his legion of death knights and the grasp they held over the old Dimenor close to a century. His city, Savalni, still stands today, and this is where the remaining Shadowclad excare. Salvani, the third biggest free city in Reeds, known for their divine roots, naval expertise, and vineyards. One of the few cities retained a religious base during their reign. Yeah. Hold out a hand towards the tomb. The string! One of utmost importance. It cradles here, within this one point. The first tomb of your god. This first tomb of your god! I have a 1d4 plus my +3. And I got a 2. Yay! You do so with decisiveness. There's no question the sanctity of this place. But you have never understood it so well. Something has changed within you. It reminds you of that cantrip you used to cast all the time. Thaumaturgy! Cast it. The power dwells within you. Use thaumaturgy to unveil sacred locations around the city. The Dark Knight says nothing more. He simply picks up his axe and leaves. You hear him take the stairs up to the Temple of Earth, leaving you alone in the crypt. All right. Oh, the crypt key. That's probably why that door is locked, because that's the one with the crypt key. I see. The stone coffin. The stone coffin rests against the wall, of classical dwarven design used for early Earthfolk terms. The lid is sealed tight, almost built into the wall itself. Ornate carvings cover the surface, symbols of death, of rebirth, all dwarven in origin, forge and hammer. Examine the coffin. The coffin. You run your hand along the stone. Cold. Smooth. The carvings are deep, deliberate. Something about this feels off. Your eyes trace the symbols carefully. Death. Rebirth. The cycle. Typical dwarven work. Few words of poetry. Nothing interesting. It is beautiful. It says, Gudagar Volkador. Inget nit under solen. Along with many other proverbs, each one personalized for the fallen. These coffins must have been close dwarven warriors of Earth, until their graves were exhumed, of course. Examine the handle. It is integrated perfectly into the design. An iron ring serves as the grip. Do I pull it? It is firm. You cannot move it. Do I rotate? You grip the carved skull and twist. A soft click echoes from within the wall. Something has unlocked. Pull. The handle resists for a moment, then gives way. I found a secret passage, revealing a narrow staircase descending into darkness. Cold air rushes up, ancient, stale, the smell of old magic. Oh boy, even deeper, huh? Doom! You scared? I'm not feeble-minded, if that's what you're asking. So yeah, I'm scared. He steels himself and grips his sling. Let's go. Into the dark. Ooh, you know what we call this? And if this was Disco Elysium, we'd call this a lead. So in Thaumaturgy, I can just cast whenever. Do I have to prepare it? The cantrips usually you can just do whenever you want. Oh, it's right there on my left side. Cool. You manifest a potential harmless wonder, a sign with supernatural power that follows you within the range. The effect allows you to commune with sacred entities and locations. Cool! Kind of like a hint system in a way. Ooh. Oh, is that a lich skull? Oh, you know that's a lich skull. A shard of your... A wooden coffin. It's rotting. Ooh, money. Definitely need that. How many crowns do I have? 132. I need 120 more, basically. Oh, that doesn't look imposing. This doesn't look like an arch lich's place. Do I still have bless on? I think I do, right? Is there a way for me to tell? Is there a way for me to tell if the blessing is still in effect? Oh, there it is. Right there. It's just saying right there. Bless. Okay. 49 minutes. Awesome. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Well, I'm sure nothing bad will happen if I talk to the Archlich. A highly decorated skull. Stepping into the hidden tomb. Should I have backed out first? Should I have saved? I probably should have saved. Stepping into the hidden tomb. You see a colorful displays. I don't know. Do I feel hashtag blessed? I sure do. It's right there on the left side of the screen. Stepping into the hidden tomb, you see a colorful display of twinkling light through the gloomy and dusty air. An eerie altar placed on top a skull and several colorful gems. Valuable, too. And shiny. Take one. You could get appraised by someone downtown. Don't touch anything. Whatever esoteric effect is in place here, do not disturb it. Just look around. The shrine is quiet. The colorful gems cover its altar, as well as the eye sockets of the central skull. To think this sacrilegious and quite frankly ominous quarter would be stashed away in such a holy place. This is Earth's crypt, for God's sake! Is there no depth of depravity these cults and undeath enthusiasts can stoop to? I should just leave this alone for now. Yeah, I'm gonna save my game real quick. Lich. Just Lich. Alright, let's get going. Well, now I'm gonna go. Skull looks a bit deformed. Doesn't it? The goblet squints. A bit? Depends on what type of skull it is, I suppose. Look at the jaw, it's all wonky in the eyes. I don't like ripping on a dead guy, but yeah, that's one wacky skull. A wacky skull? Halion Bondavel. You goddamn phrenologists! As if lifted by some invisible force, the bejeweled skull rises from the altar. Its gleaming eyes twinkling in the light, its jaw chattering, the noise causes you to recoil. No way. An unending wave of dread falls upon your essence. An esoteric force, it is entering your mind. Earth, protect me. Protect you? The goblin tries to grab you, but he freezes and groans. What the hell? He falls to his knees. You barely stand. I can't move. The dread is overbearing. The skull's jaw stops chattering. As the noise disappears, you feel in control once more. Slightly. You wake me up for some trifling bullshit? You a trifler, huh? It clicks its teeth together. No, sir. Please stop making that sound. I'll make any damn sound I like, you hear? Well, what's trifling? It's what you're doing, mortal! You're trifling like a trifler. I'm a cleric. Cleric, eh? A cleric of a dead god! Holy hells, this thing is terrible. Just being close to it ruins your posture. The body cannot sustain this undeath. That was a noise. The skull lets out howling laughter as it shudders about in the air. I am Necrolord Bondaval! Necrolord? That's the title of old Dominor. You've been unfortunate enough to encounter here a remnant of the Arcanists, left to decay into this mad form. Damn triflers, get off my lawn. A demi-lich. A horrifying creature. A lich fallen into a state of insanity and decay, rotting into nothing but a skull. What is that? I could attack it apparently if I wanted to. Inflict a melee spell attack against the creature you can reach. I don't think that's a good idea. It is in many ways the dangerous variant, for its madness is as unpredictable as it is dangerous. Advantage against bureaucrats. That's great.
Oh, you're a great and horrifying lich, yes!
He does not consider himself decayed, a sign of madness. Snell, he's a...
I heard him.
The goblin looks horrified and ready to spring into action. Hey, that's me. Welcome in, welcome in. We're fighting a demi-lich, apparently. I could try to punch the skull. That would be funny. Also, thank you for the paper boat as well, Shizu. Appreciate it. All right. I don't know what to do here. I could go... I did save. Maybe I should try to punch it? I'm gonna punch it. I'm gonna punch it. I did save. Oh, nat 20, baby! I'm gonna punch that skull. You wind up your fist. Lock eyes with the cursed gemstones in the skull sockets. And pray. Earth, be blessed! Huh? Ah? You make contact with the bony surface, sending the abomination spinning in the air. Ah! As it stops spinning, it looks at you, askew, and clacks its teeth together.
You strike at me?
The skull lets out a crazed laugh.
Ha ha! I like ya!
What?
Such gusto! You remind me of my old lieutenant. That boy was always swagging his superiors. I raised him 12 times over the course of the war.
Snell, I think the skull likes me.
I think so too. Play along. Now play along. You keep this up, you might be worthy enough to be raised as a servant one day.
Oh boy, you mean it? Oh boy, you mean that? Oh man, that would be such an honor. I'm gonna work super extra hard to be summoned as a thrall for the demi-lich. He rattles a laugh, slowly spinning in the air.
Viskin, let me know all about your little situation.
Hold on, you know Viskin?
Of course!
Demi-lich clicks once.
You're not very necromantically entangled, are you?
I never managed the master that school at the towers.
Master it? No one masters it. Not even after centuries of scholarship. You see, I'm not just some horny wizard, although I am very, very horny. Let's get it right.
He like has like Nikkei on his desktop and everything like that. A skull drops down. He's playing like Brown Dust with like this super horny skins. The skull drops down and flips around on the table.
I am a goddamned mage!
You hear the goblin groaning. This lich is surprisingly not a threat. For whatever reason, his intentions are far more sinister. He intends to teach you something. Oh god, I gotta learn?
Trained in the arts by hag and dim legends, sent to fight on behalf of the greatest empire in the history of Jor's Esprit. Necrolord is not just some title, it's a calling, a dream of undead supremacy. One day it will be reached. You're the lucky one here, for I will help you guide to a string attunement, a necromantic attunement.
Oh, you do that for me?
Of course, I owe it to Viskin for one, and for second, I just love spreading the joy of death magic. Any sane man would.
The skull is not sane nor a man. Agreed. The skull is not going to kill you, but you do not have the strength to vanquish a demi-lich like this, so... Later. Do it later. Should I try it? I mean, I feel like this is my reward for punching the skull and winning his favor. It's still gonna be hard, but I do have advantage against bureaucrats. So with disadvantage, it's lich-like. He liked your punch. So I got +2, +3 minimal with bless. So I need to roll 15, and I have 2 rolls to do it. Still difficult. That's conservative, though. Fuck it, we ball.
Oh, what the hell? I got a hot hand. I can't be stopped.
Think. This demi-lich believes himself to be your teacher here. He might be insane, but there's still knowledge to be had, if you can decipher it. Tell me as best as you can. The school of necromancy. How do I master it?
Strings are strings. They're equal but different. You must have seen them a lot, since you do have them running through your flesh in the masses.
I do.
A string of necromancy becomes that when it intersects with negative energy. Thus it begins to look like flesh to me, for example. I have surely as many strings going through my existence as you do, except mine are necromantic. Yours are many others. How do you deal with strings usually?
When I tune with strings, I twist them.
Ah, so that's how you cast your organized spells then. Necromancy special because of that negative energy. Twisting a necromantic string would hurt, naturally, but you're anything but not alive. A living necromancer learns to either manage the pain through mutilation, religious fervor, physical numbness, or they learn to cut the string. Cut. Everyone uses different terminology. You might have heard it called willing the string or mastering it. It's the step every spellcaster must go through to reach the higher tier magic. They must learn to manipulate the string shape.
Shape of the string.
Yes!
But it doesn't have a shape, it's just a dot. The skull laughs mockingly.
Why do you think they call it a string then, dumbass? It measures change over time. You might have grabbed and twisted your strings at the moment, but the cutting a string means grabbing it independently from all its other parts, in the past and in the future. Just don't twist it. Separate it from itself.
Of course! The talk about mastering strings, it all makes sense now. This string goes through time. Manipulating it more closely requires it to be twisted only in the now, without the other baggage. I'm gonna stick out my hand.
Yes.
Locate a string near Bondival, a pale string.
Yes!
Twist it. Grab his dick and twist it!
Yes! Ah, shit. That hurts.
What?
You twisted the string into a cure wounds, you idiot! Hurt like a, what do you say, motherfucker?
Hey, I actually learned a different spell. Cure wounds. Heals a target. I failed? The skull laughs intensely.
You did great, cleric. Or should I say, necromancer? That was a cure wounds for sure, but a necromantic cure wounds. Instead of a cure wounds cast through sissy abjuration or hardcore flesh mending transmutation, you've managed to simply remove the negative energy to reach the same conclusion. Healing. Although yes, it did hurt like all hell, since my negative energy obviously is kind of my thing here, as a glorious lich.
So, does that mean I mastered necromancy?
An overstatement, perhaps, but you should be able to cast the one spell you're looking for, at least. Speak with dead. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. That's great. It'd be extremely useful for the case, obviously.
The skull nods.
You want a spell scroll?
Yes, please. A skull widens its jaw, then coughs up a tiny spell scroll into the air. Grab it. Did you just instantly memorize the scroll after it flew out of the skull's mouth? Degenerate.
You've earned it, my evil apprentice.
As long as you use it for selfless goals, there is no such evil in magic. Probably. Glorious. Another tier of magic unlocked. Even if it's just a third level spell, this will surely lead to greater things in the future.
If you have any other questions, go ahead.
Speak with dead. That's 5 questions, right?
Yes, indeed. Plus, the spell does not allow the spirit to learn anything new. It just literally animates a simile of the creature. It's an extraction tool, not a way to learn information. So if a person being targeted by Speak with Dead and then resurrects, that person will not remember the questions or the answers? Not one bit. Except, of course,
Yeah?
there have been rare recorded instances of it happening. Rare, very rare. But only for creatures entangled so heavily in the strings of yore, their spirit itself grows tendrils, so to speak. If the spirit lives entirely with strings, then it theoretically could listen in on Speak with the Dead conversation. That's entirely based on conjecture, along with some instances I've encountered during my necromantic studies. Nothing to base a worldview on, wouldn't you say?
Interesting.
Indeed. Good job on this. I can see you have an extreme talent for handling strings, beyond what I've seen in many youngsters. I'd love to watch you burn out a battlefield among hags and legionnaires.
The skull lets out crazed laughter while spinning around in the air. I'm good for now. Because we're at the ad break, I guess. Oh man, that was a lot. Somehow we survived a fight with one of the most dangerous creatures in all of D&D. Because, like, my remembrance, and this is coming from, like, third manual, but, like, demi-liches are, like, just basically, I'm just gonna take your soul. Because, like, you know, I need soul power, so, like, you got a soul. All right, it's mine now. There's, like, no questions, right? The fact that he's humoring me is kind of interesting in and of itself, you know what I mean? Because I never would expect that. So, anyway. So we'll just wait for the break to kick in and we'll go here. But this is interesting. It's a nice little encounter. All right, while we wait. Demi-Lich is just deranged, hence less predictable. True. But I also felt that, like, the Demi-Lich means it's also more powerful because, like, Demi-Lich is, like, they've been around long enough to basically have this kind of power, amass enough power. Maybe that's just my misremembering of the facts. So while we're waiting, I guess I can talk a little bit more about Nikke. So, again, really excited. We got not only an incredible story with Anise coming up, we got 2 new chapters of MSQ, but the only thing that's gonna suck is that I can't play them with you guys until I get back from break. But I'm gonna double check this again because I'm pretty sure I still can do this. And I can still play all of this with you guys while we do it. But man, there's a lot going here. So yeah, Thursday's the big update where, like, all the costumes, all of the SSRs, we got Neon, we got Anise, we got Avastar. This is gonna be great. And then we have you know, costumes, like we got Liberalio's got her goth jellyfish costume, we got the Star Anise costume, we got the TD Star costume. Dorothy was a real weird one. Rappy's got her yeah, you heard what I said, Shizu. That's true. I did not here. I will turn this thing around. Liberalio, Dreaming Lake. Liberalio got a new skin because she's number 2. She won number 2 of the poll. Here. I don't know if you can see this. Maybe there's an easier way to see this. It's okay. Here you go. Ready? Shizu, prepare your eyes. 3, 2, 1. Goth jellyfish. It's real. It is real. But yeah, that is coming out because I was really floored by, like, she won second place in the popularity poll this year. Jellyfish, she won over the hearts and minds of everybody. Don't worry, I'll get it for you, Shizu. You can enjoy it through me. There's Rappy got an idol skin. Anise has got 3 skins. Oh my god, that other one that we're gonna see. Holy crap. Holy Toledo. Is this the one I want to see? Is this the image of the skin? No, that's not it. There is a couple ones. But the thing is, like, Anise, they're going all out with Anise, her big debut. She's the first, like, gotcha skin that's gonna have multiple tiers. So, like, there's a tier 2 skin and a tier 1 skin, and you can get both. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really hyped. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait until I get back from break, vacation. But I do believe I'll be able to come back and hang out with everybody and play it with everybody when I get back. Let me just, you know, that was the one thing I was looking up. I got too busy with, like, the costumes. Let's see here. Star Anise from April 23rd, so Thursday, to May 14th. So I get back on the 10th. So that Monday will be when we play probably a buttload of Nikke to catch up. So please look forward to it, is all I'm gonna say. All right, so welcome back from break, everybody. Let's get back around. Yes, Shizu. As we get back to talking about our new teacher, I guess, in the realm of the undead. I'm listening. We are listening, Shizu. What is What is on the Spider's mind? Speedor's mind. Why is my watch not doing this? Why won't you obey me, watch? I control you. Need to think about. All right, well, we'll wait. While we wait, I'll at least get this going. I want to ask him about the tea shop next. Or maybe I should ask him about his politics. That'd be funny. Well, we wait for Shizu. Apparently 7.5 has much more content, size-wise, time size. Oh, you mean in 14? Interesting. That could be fun. I haven't visited 14 in a long time, but that could be cool. That could be cool. I've been thinking about it more and more. Also, like, there is that boat game that Coco was playing yesterday. It'd be fun. I would think about a lot of games, but right now, I'm not thinking about game. I'm only thinking about the games I'm playing right now, and I'll worry about what I want to play when I get back. I think mostly. Anyway, what are you voting in the election?
It goes against my ideological beliefs to vote. Democracy doesn't work. Never has. Never ever will.
Why do you say that?
People are just too stupid. On average, statistically. Meritocracy, technocracy might work. Hell's even oligarchy has its uses. Just look at the free striders. Real democracy's foolish. It might just help to launch these two other more powerful forms of governance into speed. But real permanent democracy? A shit show.
Just you wait. Have you seen democracy in action?
Somewhat. Some pre-Arcanist states had some pretty formal democratic conventions established. They were eaten, consumed by the power of the magocracy. They could not handle the rapid changes and extreme strength of the more directly controlled governments. The only reason a magocratic power did not stand on top at the end of the Coast War is because of Jor's inebriating ebbing. Terribly annoying. Ebbing? Of course, you haven't heard of it. The Esoteric Ebb.
He is speaking the lack of powerful magic in our world. The lack of magic.
We can talk about political theory all day, but if ebbing had not occurred, the Arcanists would still rule the coast. There's no argument to be had about that.
I don't know if I'm voting for Free Striders, but is that all my choices? You guys are terrible, Rom.
You were not there, so I'll not blame you for your ignorance. Trust me, you did wonders for the coast. Brought esoterical industrialization to a land of barbaric feudalism.
There's a deep question here. This demi-lich holds much knowledge despite his mad nature. What is Ebb, truly? Some ask if this magical fating could have caused Earth's end. It is not considered very acceptable to inquire such things, but it is a fair question. I gotta ask, what do you think Ebb is? The demi-lich.
He dropped the title. Brother.
He did. He sure did. He sure did, Justin. The demi-lich rolls around the air before landing on the altar.
I say the same thing most rational Arcanists said back when it was first discovered. Jor's alive. He's haunting us. Taking away what he gave with his strings. As a joke or as a punishment or as a gift, who knows? Personally, I'm furious at him. If he's indeed here watching us.
Interesting. Think it's interesting internally. Do you know anything about the tea shop?
Nah.
You seem pretty well informed you just seem pretty well informed about goings around in the city.
I get updates sometimes, but I don't know. Fun that exploded, though.
I wouldn't say it. I don't have an opinion on the explosion. I'm looking more into why the explosion happened.
It's probably a rogue wizard. Some kind of magic item mishap. Whenever a necklace of fireballs was smuggled from the floating cities down to the peasants, they'd always find a way to blow themselves up in the most spectacular ways. Hilarious!
That used to be common? Excuse me. How am I sounding, by the way? Like I said, the ear's popping. I don't have a good gauge on how I'm sounding, but hopefully I'm sounding okay.
Not every day a village exploded in a fireball. Those necklaces were valuable, but sometimes someone smuggled one away from the front lines or off a factory floor. I was never too into evocation magic for that reason. Too easy.
I'm gonna leave for now, Bon. Well, maybe ask about Viskin.
Lovely bastard. I gave him a serious case of testicular torsion once. Can't believe he ever forgave me.
Yeah, I don't know if I would forgive you.
Pure evil.
What the Constitution says. The skull lets out a mechanical laugh. What the fuck? Why would you ever do that?
Not like he didn't deserve it. We had a little war going on, okay? I just had left my position at the Fortress of Verdun. It was 30 years ago, I believe, right when your Earthfolk had begun growing up quite bold along River Torna. So I decided to sneak into your city here. That's when I saw him. An old opponent, Viskin. I immediately remembered his ugly mug and his rotten soul engineering.
So just how old is Viskin then?
No clue. 100? 2? Either way, decided to kill him and take his place among the mortals of Norvik. A couple magic duels and assassination attempts later, and we were at a stalemate. Although I'd consider it more as me just getting tired of him hunting him down all the time. Him and his goons. Our battles came to an end though, when a local vampire started messing with us both. Found them expose us, so we joined up. Team up of the century. Or that decade at least.
You two fought a vampire together?
It was an epic duel of the shadowy fates.
The skull bounces around.
Together, however, the vampire was easily eliminated.
D&D 4chan the game.
In the aftermath, we decided to work together. Viskin even helped me get this sweet alcove for myself. We share research from time to time and work together to figure out the mystery of... I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about something else.
Who was the vampire?
Thomas Darrow was his name. Nobleman, which made him much more dangerous.
He's saying a Darrow was a vampire? Slander, surely. Hopefully.
We cut him down without anyone suspecting a thing. Maybe I shouldn't say this aloud, but who cares?
The mysterious death of Thomas Darrow was written about quite extensively in the magazines about 15 years ago, back when you were a kid. Ah, Thomas Darrow. So that's what happened to the lost uncle of the Darrow house. I'm done for now.
Free, ask freely.
Bye, Bonneville. Thank you for not turning my brains and soul into soup. I did not expect that when we went into there. Huh? You feel his presence. Pick me up. Ooh. Thank you, buddy. Oh, is that what the cantrip's doing? You people's resting place. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's what the cantrip's doing. Neato petito. All right. Well, we learned a couple things, and we got a cool spell and everything, but... Oh, there's more people down here than last time. There's the bugbear. Maybe I can do a better job of getting Moongore. Rooted in beast, she could break you easily. Loyalty's a fickle thing. Hers lies with the halfways for the sake of coin and shelter, but also something else more ethereal. Is that a mushroom person? You help mankind. Oh, Alright. Who's that lady? Moongore doesn't turn around and just grunts at you. That's Nessun. She's our druid. She's not very responsive. Do not disturb her. Not that you would be able to. She's deep in meditation, far from here. Leave her alone. I need to talk to her. Then find her in the garden later. She spends her mornings down here and returns to her office after lunch. I cooked her a lovely roasted cave crab. You cook? It's part of my duties. Can I join? No. You may not. Terrible tragedy. Be forced to avoid suffering food poisoning. Was there a dwarf? The dark dwarf, yes. He asked for access to the south tunnel. He's not permitted. Why not? The lady does not permit it. Lady Sageleaf does not allow looters on her grounds, only official expeditions. Am I an official expedition? She glances at Snell, who shrugs. More or less. If you go south tunnels, beware monsters. They crawl in from below. We clean them out every other week, but they return often. What kind of monsters? All kinds. Anything that crawls. Through the cracks of the city below. Don't tell me, I wanted to be surprised. She gives you a stern but slightly concerned look. You are insane, man thing. I like that. Last month we killed a hook horror. It was a great hunt. Before that, a bunch of giant spiders, a gray ooze. Last year we had to get a specialist to deal with a hive of cranium ants. They negotiated for days. The worst was probably the gricks. I hate those things, but I'm sad to say we have not yet to deal with a bullet. The land shark predator. They burrow in the air with intense speeds, and they have been known to invade Norvican streets at times, taking many lives in the process. I think I fought one of those things before. Not fun. I want to skin one of those things one day. That would be pleasurable. She grins. I have some questions. I felt a slight rumble in the earth. I was down here guarding the roots. Nothing too out of the ordinary? Nothing I have to tell you, human. This looks like the kind of wrong you can stand on to gain attention. Neswickia, Nessan of the Green. Unbothered, moisturized, happy, in her lane. She is focused on her work, but she does not seek strife. She will help you if you do not pose a threat. Hello. Meditation. A central rock. You step up on the rock. Around you lies the vast chamber of stone and root and stone, of dwarf and primal forces pressing up against one another. One part struggle, one part harmonic symbiosis. This is the vessel in which the great bracken tree of Tolstead is nurtured. This well, its beating heart. Also, you can absolutely make some noise in here. Try it. Don't make this about yourself. A rock like this is a keystone in a community, not a tool of the individual. It's a platform, a scene. Scenes are made for bringing attention to those who deserve it, i.e. you. I am the lord of this dwarf fortress! Your lies. What are you doing? Since no one makes of importance heard you, you can make any statements you want. It literally doesn't matter. Unless you care about what the goblin thinks of you. I'm making a statement, Snell. Seems a bit imperialist and a colonialist, if you ask me. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I apologize. I would never make imperial or colonialist-related statements. I'm sorry. I'd say that your job makes that difficult. You mean because of the power structures I work in, I assume? I mean, or because of my position as a wielder of the violence of the state? Yeah, or maybe because of my manhood, the very pressure-cooked focus point of evil itself as I carried it into the world. I didn't think that doing everything I am in my job, a man, a soldier, a political figure, an impressive spellcaster, and worst of all, a human being in a world where humans have destroyed so much that our folk might sin determines I fate before I'm even born? Sure, let's go with that. That was funny. Goblins are working hard this morning. Mr. Cleric. Mr. Cleric. Alright. I still got a lot of time to kill. I don't think there's anything else down there. I don't think there would be anything down there. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we cleaned this place out last time. So many earth folk. So much suffering. I guess if you roll higher, you get more than like just a little 1d4, which is nice though. We killed the horror. Yeah, I think we did everything we can do down here already. Is there anything else at the skull? I can't speak dead here because this guy won't get my language, right? Correct. Hey, Snell, can you talk to the skull for me if I cast a spell for it? You can't use magic for that? Nope. Well, if you think it's helpful, go ahead. Maybe later. So I can use Speak with Dead. I can use Speak to Dead. Can I pray here? Prepare spells. Okay. Speak with Dead, but I don't have the third slot yet. All right. Can't do that. All right. Creature you touch gains a number of hit points equal to 1d plus your wisdom. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs. Really? Alright. Comprehend languages. Inflict wounds. Could do that, but I'll keep that in my back pocket for now. I think we're past anything that will need that. Cure wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Prayer healing, I guess. And we're done. Alright. I don't think there was anything in that way. That roper's gone. He already had his fun with me. All right, this goes all the way back to the sewer. Still gotta find those 2 rats. Only have 3. It's like our boy's still just hanging out, having his meal. Crade. Much better. Master chef. His passion is cooking. Fried, stewed, pickled, boiled, Crade knows all. And his palate is expansive. You included. Was there anything else we could talk to him about? Your gut biome quivers. Crade greets human. I found this ray. The monster stares at you as you hold up the white weapon in an uncomfortable grip. Crade sees that. They make a lot of noise. I guess I'll have to go find all 5 rats. But why? It's a quest. Who gave you this quest? I'm not sure. You should probably reconsider before you head out on a rat hunting mission, since nobody's promised to pay for you anyway. So yeah, think about it. What's going on with the crate situation? Okay, there's nothing here. All right. Alrighty. All right. Now I'm grasping at straws. This is definitely the part where I'm like, what the fuck do you want me to do? I was pretty thorough, so I'm not worried about it being like, is it something subtle I'm missing? I also think the game would like let me know, like, hey, you know, you can try this dialogue option again. Nothing, huh? Nothing? All right. Mushroom Lady will be unavailable. This is the wall there. That's nothing new. What else is available? Okay. Back to where we started from. I'm sure there was no way to deal with the ice thing either. Trying to think about that. All right. Excuse me. Well, we have to kill time, so maybe one of the things we should do is just go back and talk to people in the Goblin Shantytown. I can't think of anything else I can do at the moment. Something by Lady Sageleaf. The throne of a modern dragon. Maybe you have to hit like a 20. That goes to Tolsted. I want to go there. No, wow. That really doesn't want to come out. I'm okay. Mr. Assassin's gone. That goes to Tolsted. All right. Let's go check out those apartments. There might be someone we can talk to over there. The depths call to you. A commission. You approach the green door. Check who lives here. You glance at the mailbox. It says, "See me." One of the Asgals. Nice guy. You knock twice, in a polite fashion. That was very low. They probably didn't hear you. I'll wait. Patience is a virtue. But for allowing them to have you wait here like some fool, that's the opposite of virtue. Standing in the pillar crossing like this, just waiting. It's calming. Don't think they heard, cleric. Within seconds, a slit in the door slides open. When within, you see the glance of a hairy face. No milk! Why not? Why not? You hear a grumble on the other side of the door. Ah! Guess who it is, lads? That's right, it's the cleric. It's our boy, Alphas. You see, so this is how everyone should react to my presence. Careful. Keep going, that big ego might not fit in the helmet anymore. Great to see you swing by, Mr. City Man. Hold on, let me unlock the door for you. He closes the slit. You hear some yelling from beyond. Then you hear a click in the door. It is open. Time to make some friends. Oh boy, time to make friends. I like making friends. Oh yeah, Simi's hole. I don't know if that's how I put it, but unity of all folk. I don't know if I put it like Simi's hole, but you know what? Well, I'm not here to judge. Any map here? No? Alright. We met these people before, so let's just have a chat. We gotta kill time anyway. Is that a belt? Mr. Cityman! You see a throng of dwarves shuffling around the tiny apartment. The smell of confined sweat reminds you of that summer you spent as a farmhand on the plantation. Terrible memories. Welcome to the Asgalian Sanctuary on Tolsted. For short, Aced. An apartment full of nothing but dwarven willpower. How can I even breathe in here? What a wonderful sanctuary you built here. It's central and it's small. He draws in the air through his teeth and looks around. But we use what we got to full efficiency. Nah, the question is, what can you do for the Asgalian Workers' Party? Alright, I didn't think... Did you have anything particular in mind? The dwarf sucks in a deep breath through his teeth. Then he glances to his men before nodding slowly. We don't really need anything right now. Oh, nothing at all? I've got 5 men out on Waterlane docks. I'm preparing speeches and overseeing poster distribution, all in preparation for the great march before Election Day. He looks like he's thinking of several other things he needs to be doing right now. He's trying to make you think he's busy, but he also might be busy, but still. So no real need for a spell-singing cleric here, I'm afraid. Fair enough. It is what it is. Elections are one for the organization and press. Not magic. Those days are long gone. If you wish to help them, do not offer a cleric. Offer assistance in their printing. Speak with Modissa. Do you know that tea shop that blew up? Do you know anything? What I know damn well how happy I am that none of my boys were inside at the time. Especially happy that none of their youths got hurt either. They spent a lot of time there from what I understand. The youths? The Asgal youth, the youngling corps. They mostly deal with teenagers. They get them in the Asgal groove, as they say. He looks proud. This dwarf does not keep up with modern vernacular. Did you know the owners? The Birdman? No, I never spoke much with him. Something about him never struck quite right with me. And not because of the voice thing, just seems he was happy about hosting the youth's meetings and letting us have official drinking nights with the local workers. But he seemed to be an opportunist, if anything. Something about the way he acted. Not sure what. Just a gut feeling, if you know. A man of intuition and little else. What are your thoughts on the explosion? 3 striders. For sure, one of their little ploys or plans or schemes that blew up the faces. Maybe one of their hired hags, or an elemental mercenary gone rogue. I just knew it. They're involved in this, and probably the owner, that drummer fellow as well. Where were you and your men on the day of explosion? Busy, as always. Now I can't keep track of every lad in here, but me myself, I was in Palace at the time, applying for 5 or so PPGs alongside another foreman. I heard the boom though. Most of the city probably did, right at noon. No one really seemed to care that much, even with the ball of smoke rising from Tolsted. I rushed over, of course. The fact that no one died was a miracle, and I'm not one to assign divine intervention to nothing. All right, that's enough about the tea shop. Whose apartment is this? Simi was kind enough to lend us the use of his home until the election. Thank you, Simi. No problem, Foreman. What are you gonna do when you vote in the election? Free Strider. Of course, you... Excuse me? He gives you a clap on the arm and laughs. No, that's Gallus, of course. What a stupid thing to ask. I like that about you. He cannot call you that. That is an insult. You do? Look, a man can only learn by asking. Keeping it inside will only leave way for ignorance. So keep asking your awful and dumb questions, Mr. Cityman. Such an insult. This cannot stand. Don't call me dumb. You. The dwarf lifts his chin to you. No, I'm not doing. Please don't call me dumb. I don't like it. Can't handle the banter, eh? Too bad. Walks up and taps you on the back hard. This is a place for men. Not. Oh, I should have played along. He laughs. You catch a glimpse of Odysseus rolling her eyes in the corner. Thanks, citizen. Youth Asgal Modissa. We got a good read on her last time, it looks like. And we're not going to get anything new today. All right. The woman frantically checks the pipes and rolling cogs of the thick copper press. Oh, Mr. Cleric, you're looking for more Asgals to execute. That was a bit of an overreaction. Maybe. Possibly. Potentially. Conceivably. But honestly, you did get us the papers back. I'm not sure you meant to do it, but... was a part of my master plan, yes. Sure. We got the delivery done in almost good time, so I suppose I should be thankful. Somewhat. But I'm busy here. Very busy. Can you be quick? Whatever it is you're here for. And why do you have to have this quiet HWBT guy with you? He weirds me out. Look, I'm just an observer. Or a cleric handler, I guess. Okay, I get it. Cleric handler. That's good. Chanel Schnugs. So what's this thing? Copper press. For the chant. Did you set this whole thing up yourself? Why? You don't think I could? Whoa, she's reading way too much into that question. She does not want you to undermine her. It's impressive. It's impressive. She does not want you to undermine her. It's impressive, no matter who you are. She clicks her tongue and glances at you. I'm the second forewoman among the youth guys. Forewoman? Let her talk. Don't bring it up. My mentor, she founded the Youth Asgals from scratch, so I've got a lot to live up to. I've helped a lot. Oh, sure, mentor's my mentor. I'd helped a bit before taking on, since ending the role, so I've run in with the Youth Asgals since I was a kid. I didn't expect to take over all the Tolstad stuff. I'm happy to do it. I'll admit I'm spread a bit thin, and honestly, it's... Until the election, we're giving it 200%. Now, do you have any other questions, or can I get back to work? So who writes all the articles? We got a circle. Anonymous journalists. And no, I'm not giving you names. Come on, please? No. I do write a bit of myself, mostly fill out the pages. You're both editor and writer? That sounds fun. Sure. What do you write? Page ops, mostly. A focused newspaper column featuring the opinions of a writer on a topic of relevance to a target. Okay. Opinion pieces from you. She groans and taps me. I write about current events, guild conflicts, strikes, corrupt officials, illegal spellcasting by clerics. Her eyes land on you for a few seconds. What did I do? Did you say pre-pre? I did not. She does not like me. Anything the other newspapers won't touch, basically. What kind of writing are you inspired by? I highly doubt you know any author I enjoy. Try me. She hits you with a grin. What have you unleashed? I enjoy Lady Same Kofrin. Her poem series should be mandatory reading for every young girl in Nordric, if it were up to me. Vita Auberg is my favorite modern Asgal author. It's fiction, but it's like so much more than that. I also love Vanessa D. Crawdad. She really has this, you know, ethereal nature to her, don't you agree? The last one's fake. You made the last one up. You got me. Just wanted to make sure you were awake. Any more? Oh, and politically, I'm really into the early works of Helga Helmlin as well. It's genuinely inspiring to read her collection of early texts, back when the Norvikian suffragette movement was just getting started. Bad memories. Did you know she went from a peasant widow to the headliner of the biggest ever city protest in like the span of 4 months? Mm-hmm. Cool. Anyway, don't mention mom. Wait. That's my mom? Yeah, mom worked a lot back then. She's probably the most... The girl stops talking gives you a confounded look. I mean, she works a lot these days, too. Her eyes widen. Your mom is Helga Hemlin? What are you yelling about? Odysseus claimed, looks over. The cleric just claimed his mom is Helga Hemlin! The human suffragette. Yeah! The other dwarves start to mumble. Wait. You're not kidding, cleric? I mean, it's just my mom. Holy shit. That explains so much. It's like, oh, that explains everything. That's crazy. Like, what the hell? Yeah, crazy. I have some other questions. No, I've got some questions. I guess I could answer some questions. Okay, well, I barely know where to start. She knows exactly where to start. That's like that Arrested Development narrator. I don't know where to start. She knew exactly where to start. Like, how she's a person? Is she working on anything new? What's up with the late Pro City Forward in their latest collection? How much does she actually believe in Asgalian analysis? What's she voting in the election? Your companion appears equally invested in the conversation. What am I, dispenser to your questions? That's your role. As a person? I remember her something about... Oh, man. Yes, Shizu. I'm listening. I think you have some kind of white noise to the mic. Maybe? What are you hearing? Can I monitor this real quick? Hold on. Give me a second. Sorry to interrupt this, but now I'm curious. You got me curious. Okay. I don't know. It could be like if I'm talking a lot. So I have the voice gate, because like if I'm over here, you can hear me but barely, and then if I'm facing away from the mic, it will pick up my voice but barely. It's reacting to my voice via the gate, so it could be just like it could be game audio. Yeah, I think it's the audio in the game. I feel like there's a fire crackling. It sounds like crackling fire. Does that make sense? It feels like there's a crackling fire in the room. That's probably what you're hearing, maybe. Like, I can't look up, but I think there might be a fireplace or something there. But yeah, I hear that like flicker and that crackle. That's what you're talking. That's what you're hearing, right? She's like that crackly, like you said, static, like crackle, that little crackle thing. It's not a sharp click, it's a buzz. Okay, so that does sound like white noise, but I don't hear it on my end. I don't hear it on my end, unfortunately. The only thing I could think of would be if you like the windows open to let some air in, but I don't think that's being picked up. Yeah. See how the voice gate, it's not even picking up the snap. So I don't know what might be happening here. Maybe. I don't know. Didn't hear it before this moment. It could be like, could be earbuds. I know those things are finicky. I have that problem sometimes with my earbuds, so it could be the earbuds. But yeah. If it gets worse, just let me know, or like if I start to hear it. But like as of right now, I think the problem isn't on the stream side, Shizu. I'm sorry. Anyway. Let's see, what was it on? She wanted to ask me about like what she voted, how much she actually believed, what's the Pro City 4 in her latest collection. I remember something as a person. She complains a lot, mostly about me moving out. Me? It's possible. Like, the noise gets pretty quick. I want to kind of like give it a little bit more expansion, but it's definitely there to like pick up, like, in case like I have the window open, there's traffic out, you can't hear a thing, or like I need to like go and cough or something. Like, if I need to cough, you guys aren't going to hear that. Anyway, what do I add? What do I tell Modissa? Maybe start something she'd be excited for. I remember about her writing a novel. She doesn't talk about much about her work. Oh, that's cool. I was hoping for another collection, I guess. Yeah, collection would be nice. It would. As a person, she complains a lot, mostly about me moving out. You live with your mom? Ha! Huh. It's not weird. Most people live in multi-generational housing. Maybe in the countryside. I always imagined she was like this self-made woman who really cared about people, you know? Yeah, that sounds like mom. Wait, can I meet her? I'd love to do an interview for the election, Kush. Look, settled. Look, once all this is settled, I'll make sure to look her up with your recommendation. Now, about the other stuff. Asgalian analysis? Really? That's so cool. I mean, it's pretty obvious she's into historical materialism. If you just read her lines on the last columns of the Post. A form of thought arguing that societies throughout time develop based on the way people produce and distribute goods, with these material conditions creating social classes with conflicting interests that drive historical change. I think she's voting for the party of Norvik? What? Why? You must be mistaken. I saw her voting card the other day. It had PON crossed in. No way. But she's literally worked against the old guard of the Nationalists for her entire career, very publicly. Why would she? Who knows? That's shocking. I'm not sure I believe you. No more answers to your questions. I can answer some more questions. I got other things to ask. Do you know, what's your relationship with the tea shop, Modissa? Loved that place. Not because it was good, but lots of memories there. You spend a lot of time there? Oh yeah, we held youth Asgal meetings there once a week. Really sad to see it gone. I don't know what kind of trouble he ended up in. I never expected Mr. Drummer to get into explosive trouble. She's not hiding anything from you, but she might be avoiding something. Something about this trouble. Can you tell me about this non-explosive trouble? It's the point of contention. Rumors, really. Go on. Mr. Drummer might have had some type of deal with someone. He had people come and go at strange times. So we could only book the shop for our meetings at specific times. Look, I didn't notice anything that weird. It was just HWBT, she says and glances at your companion. Or the Free Striders? Maybe he had a deal with something. But that's just rumors. Nothing else. Nothing else. Not really. You just served tea and made that clacking sound. Alphas might know more. The dwarf glances over you with a frown. All right. Who are you voting for in the election? She stares at you, then she looks at the large Asgal banner hanging on the wall. Are you kidding? I'm just asking. I'm voting green. Interesting. Do you want to know what I'm voting? Not really. I'm gonna try to quiver my lower lip. Yeah, you want it? Yeah, you want anything else? Damn it! She's smarter than she looks. But can't you just ask me what I'm voting for just for fun? No. Anything else? Ugh, I hate this lady. She's not nice. You're not a very nice lady. You need help? You really want to help? I mean, if it's not too annoying, yeah. Okay then, I do have a quest for you if you're up to it. Yes! Give me the quest. It's more of a task, really, like a fetch quest. If it's a quested title, I'm up for it. Look, I got a massive final printout before Election Day. It's going to be our best edition yet. I've already written an article that shows my vision for a radical and egalitarian revolution of Norvik. It'll be distributed all over the city, countryside included. But we're tight on ink. They need a special type of ink to print with the copper sheets. Is it hard to get this ink? Yeah, mostly because everyone needs it. I usually get some off a vendor I know, but they're indisposed of. Election stuff, you know. Why is she lying about the vendor? From what I understand, the entire shipment of Quillwell cartridges is just stuck in the guild warehouse. Since I only need a single set of cartridges to finish off the election edition, I could just walk in there and snatch it. I even paid for it already. But the Ascani Reed's trade company controls it, and they'll not let me inside. Not in 100 errors. I'll get it for you if I can. You want to help the cause, that's one way to do it. It'll actually allow us to reach the entire city on election day, instead of just like 60% of it. I mean, 60% is still pretty good. Sure, and we'd obviously focus those 60 on the most Asgal-friendly quarters. But getting a full spread would help. Alright, I'll try. I think I have a lead at least. It's down a water lane, right next to that Ascani Reed's trading company. Shouldn't be hard to miss. That's all for now. So that's the crackling fire. Could talk to this guy. Smee and the boys. Simmy and the boys. Boys! There's only one boy, though. Hey. The dwarf mutters his greeting with the impact of a growing flower. He's afraid of you. Dominate him. What do you know about the tea shop? Nothing, really. He grunts and gestures. Ask the foreman. Hey, Alpha! Simmy says you know something incriminating about the tea shop. I'll do that. He nods. He nods nervously. I'm not gonna do this. Alright, let's talk about the tea shop with this guy, who's clearly not being forthright with us. Mr. City Man. You see a throng of dwarves shuffling around inside. Yeah. I got some questions I need to ask you. Questions can be answered. Now we're very busy here, but I'll grant you some of our time. I already do that. Okay, never mind. I guess I didn't have anything else to ask him. The bathroom. Surprisingly clean inside. Oh, wait. What's that? The glorious and powerful symbol of the Vizcod champion. The belt of dwarven kind. Ooh. But I gotta pickpocket it. But it's a belt. Ugh. Advantage against dwarves? That's pretty neat. That's a nice idea. Maybe I can come get it later without having to pickpocket it. Alright, that was door number 1. We still got a couple doors here. This one. R and A. This is just some random apartment. Oh, okay, so I can't just go walk into a random apartment? Is that what you're trying to tell me, game? This Snell. Snell's house. Not bad, not bad. You do not need to relieve yourself. A mass-produced glowstone lantern. Ah, bagatelle. The goblin had some good taste, then. The goblin's neatness feels almost divine. He sure is time to have a vote of himself on the wall. Snell's work. You stand before a wooden board covered in sketches of various people. Each of them is connected via long red threads. Look closer at the sketches. You see several faces you recognize and some you don't. A birdman with a tea and white pattern, along with a no tea shop owner. A murky birdman with the text rival? No, unambitious. A stout-looking dwarf in uniform with a samber symbol in the corner, patron. A stylish orc with a feast strider heart symbol in the corner, completely unaffiliated, suspicious. A pale man in a skull, no motive. A human with a fancy beard and fish symbol in the corner, suppressing info, beware. You look over at the central piece, the beautiful rendition of Lady Sageleaf herself. The sketch is wonderful. A depiction of love. Enemies, spies, the city conspiracy. What's this, Snell? Huh? Ah, yeah, Project Visualizer. Helps me keep track of jobs. You can check it out if you want. I haven't done much other than a basic outline of the tea shop yet. Been busy with all this running around. You're good at this, Snell. Thanks. That's what I do. Alright. I think he's not gonna like me pilfering through his stuff. We'll come back to this later. We've earned a little bit more trust with Snell. The walrus is gone. Damn. Where'd he run off to? Hmm. I need another way into the tea shop. Can I talk to her about that? Nope. Doesn't look like one of those options is, can you help me get into the tea shop? I'm running out of options. Gonna eat a lot of apples. I'm running out of options. Gonna eat me a lot of apples. Apples come from a tree. They were put there by someone other than me. From a seed that put in the ground. I'm really just kind of trying to kill time here. I want this bloody drunk sphinx to be open. Open up, you saucy harlot! Let's see here. Talk to the demon. Pencil wing. Ooh, much better read on him. He's a nested interest in the current regime. Devils used to be allowed into the city on work visas, so he's served for several decades. Somehow you just know this devil would gladly organize a mass genocide against non-humans in the city. This is no ordinary imp. His stature and position implies a former rank. A graded devil? What kind of game is he playing here? What was that about genocide? Hello again, cleric. How can I help you? He's not exactly happy to speak with you, but he's happy to gain your favor. I have some questions about PPG. A permission public gathering? Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at. He's aware of the dwarves' plight. He finds the dwarves as annoying of you as you are. As you do. I don't find the dwarves annoying. How long does it take to get a PPG? Yeah, a week, depending on contracts in your pouch. What would you look for if you're investigating a PPG? Wording. Legalese can get pretty complicated, and a good barrister would twist that stuff into oblivion. Other than that, check the basics. Names, spelling, dates. A single lithographic error can cause a landslide of troubles. I know from experience. Should I invest in stocks? Oh, I do not give, nor have ever given investment advice, but, yeah. He looks at you up and down. The goblin looks worried. I should ask, have you ever bought shares before, cleric? I don't think so. Good. Some basics. Popularized by Divine Era. A share is essentially percentage. Okay. I don't need the gods. This devil's good. Learn from him. Oh, it could be a guild, or so you can increase the value of your securities in that venture. It's a risky way to increase your capital while actually doing any real work. Gods, this devil is good. Learn from him. I don't want to talk about stonks. I'm way too overheated and way too throaty to do stonk talk right now. We're not doing stonk talk. This is not the time for stonk tonk. Stonks? Tonks? No. Tonka trucks? Maybe. It depends on which one we're talking about. We're talking about like the one with like the remote control bulldozer. That could be fun. But other ones? No. I refuse. Not until we talk about my favorite. That's my bike, right? That's what we found out last time. This bike is mine. Nope. Can't do anything. All I knew is what I did before. Why you know stonks? Because I will not stonk until I have reason to stonk. Also, stonks are fake money. Just like money is fake money. I could talk to those racists. I could talk to these fascists in training over here. I did say I was gonna visit them later. The boys greet you with a hesitant, collected grunt and mumble. Oh, it's you again. Don't hurt anyone. Why would I do that? It gives you the kind of look that you give a dangerous and possibly insane person that just asks you for a loan off the streets. Look, we're just about to hold a meeting here, and I don't know exactly what you want, but it's an official meeting for the Novikian Resistance, but as a cleric, you're invited to attend. Sure. All right, Navekian and Resistance members, thank you for attending today's meeting. Important meeting. Shut up, Goblin, says the lanky kid and sparks a tiny fire from his hands. You think you look cool doing that? Damn child. The magic boy clears his throat. Esoteric Initiative Earth Nisei here. The large one stands up and raises his fists. Stand Budskin, yes! Don't shout, the quiet kid murmurs. I'm here. Roll. He gives a nervous look to you, then he remembers, Master of Whispers. Your companion stifles a laugh. I told you it was a bad title. It should be First Spy. No, that sounds like a magazine protagonist. And Master of Whisperers doesn't. It's the official title for the Spy Master. Do I look like a master? He hisses, then goes quiet. Rollo awkwardly clears it. Also present is the visiting Lord Cleric and his helper. Oh, I'm the help, am I? Look at the bottles in the corner. They've been drinking. Just let him continue. I'm watching this. I'm just watching these guys be silly. They're dumb kids. Meeting begins. The large boy cheers. Sweet. When do we go home? Home? No, wait. There's not that much to talk about, right? Yeah, my dad doesn't like when I stay out like this. Come on, you guys. The election's around the freaking corner. I got a mission. Big mission. Like, actually, let him babble. I ain't taking a stance. I ain't gonna say nothing. I received word from our contract. You know, the short guy with the weird beard. Halfling or dwarf? No, just a short human. A resistance movement member? Yeah! We don't have too much info on the other groups, but there's this guy we call Shield Guard. He's in the palace. Probably a cleric. He knew magic and stuff. They sure tell you a lot for a secretive organization. Amateurs. So what are your orders? Just like he told us about the chant being printed here in Tolstead, this time he let us know about another problem. An even bigger friend. The disillusionment of the youth? Capitalism? Racism? No. Although hatred against humans is a big issue. Capitalism? No, well, kinda. Lover's pox? What? No. The disillusionment of the youth? No. Gender inequality? No! The lack of religious fervor? No, but also yeah. But no. Free Striders? No, wait, yeah. It's the Free Striders. Go on. You just told me there's an Ascani Reeds trade company and there's a Free Strider company. They apparently have some very important documents in their offices. Specifically, a contract for a deal called the Harbor Accords. He wants us to. Actually, he didn't specify what we should do. He never really does, but he did strongly imply we should seize it for the state. But, you know, without being detected. Stealthily. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, you big, strong, smart boy? We just need to sneak in when it's dark, locate the safe, crack it. It's also apparently hidden behind a mirror. The info wasn't very specific, but hey, now how many mirrors can they have, right? The boys silently, intensely glance around the roller mill. Like I said, Dad doesn't want me to skip out on the streets at night, so I'm gonna skip. Isn't stealing illegal? Yes, then, it is. Don't be pussies! Their leader gives a frustrated groan. This is the real deal! We can make a difference! Rollo, I don't think it's a good idea. You know what the Free Striders do. Oh yeah, litigation, litigation, litigation. I agree, it's a bad idea. Damn it! Tries to turn to you and open his mouth, then he closes it and shakes his head. Screw it, we'll make up some excuse. That sucks! Unless the cleric here wants to do it, then sure, yeah, we'll skip. No. Man, these guys are dumb. They're silly, dumb kids. All right. What should I do? Honestly, I'm running out of thoughts. My brain is actually extra soupy today. I'm kind of thinking like, you know, also maybe it might not be the worst thing in the world to give my throat a little bit more extra rest and stuff, but yeah, I'm like, what do I do now? Which way should I go now? I'm not entirely sure. I'm trying to get down. And God, this place is This place is elaborate. Where was I trying to go? I was trying to go down to Goblin Garden. Why was I going down to Goblin Garden? No. I was trying to go there because I wanted to get to the well. Right. I want to get there because I want to get a water lane. So that felt like the easiest way to get there was through water lane. That's what I was trying to do. Trying to get to water lane, water lane, water lane, water lane, water lane, water lane, water burger. Godlike, godlike. I can't wait for the Sphinx to be open. I feel like that's the one thing that I'm trying to do. And I still haven't found anyone who wants my milk. I'm very disappointed. My milk is delicious, as we've established, right? Right, Bo? No one wants my milk. No one wants milky goodness pouring down their throat. I'm a little sad. Not gonna lie. So what if happens if I just rat those kids out to her? Do you think they'll give me brownie points? I do like brownies. I wonder if this is an option. I taste your milk, good boy. Oh, thank you, Lucas. Man, that's quite a compliment. Thank you. Dang it. She doesn't have what I was hoping for. What's with the thing in the fireplace, Vera?
I'm not a thing.
Don't mind him. He's harmless. I know exactly how he came over the contract, but I believe it was a fellow Cargmesian fellow who handed over. A smoke method. It keeps track of unwanted visitors. Method, an elemental spirit formed by primal energies. They are known to be selfish and violent, yet useful when captured by controlling magic or given the right incentive. So don't touch anything, cleric, unless you like getting seared. Her smiles, her tusks gleam. I don't want to rat her out. I don't want her out the Asgalians. Because my worry is, like, even though she's nice, I feel like if I... Can we milk Merc? I don't know. I mean, technically I'm a mammal, so technically I am milkable. That is a possibility. God dang milk. Is this going to be end up with me just drinking it all? I'm going to have to drink it all, aren't I? How do I get up there? A goods hatch. I guess this is where if I get through the back... Oh, wait. Why can't I just do it this way, then? I can milk you. Can I not go this way? That looks so goable. Is it because he's guarding? Because his griffin's guarding things? You approach a ball of feathers and wings and really, really sharp claws. A magnificent creature. Too bad he's clearly overfed. That is rude. The poor bird cat has a unique body shape, and we should all celebrate that. It could understand if it could understand you, sure. This is a griffin, a somewhat intelligent magical beast. It will require to speak with animals to communicate with it properly. See a pool of drool forming underneath the open beak of the beast. Oh, wait, isn't that... There's an entrance to the warehouse in the other roof. You're gonna have... If you want to get inside, you're gonna have to get past this bad boy. I see. I don't even want to ask what the plan is here. I will try. I mean, I got a good wisdom score. And I'm right. How does one wake a sleeping, grumpy creature? Hug? Not immediately, no. The answer's simple. You sing. Oh my. Cleric? He hisses you and points to the claw. Sharp! A little lullaby will do. Here we go. My big debut. Oh, little birdies, spread your wings. Don't be afraid of the deep, dark things. Crawling and creeping and being so bad. Everybody wants you to not be sad. I hope I didn't anger it. Oh, so you can get past it now. Did you make that up on the spot? The beast didn't slash your throat yet. Wonderful. Thank you, Griffin. It yawns in a way you didn't think creatures with beaks could do, and gives you a tired look.
I can't believe that worked. I can't believe you're alive.
Gavin mutters under his breath as he slowly shimmies past the beast. You know, sometimes it pays to be handsome and talented. And now the path is unbarred. You know what that means? I got a lead, baby. You approach the goods hatch. This is a very small goods hatch. The whole building appears to have been repurposed into a warehouse. Otherwise, making this tiny would have been very silly. I don't think the free striders would be too happy with someone sneaking into the roof. The goblin squats down and grabs the rusty hanglock. But damn, look at this rusty thing. They don't really value security here. Snell helps. Uh-oh. You try your best, but it doesn't pop open, which is mostly due to your fingers not doing what they're supposed to. Oh well, try again later. I could smash it. Or use a jaw thing. Use a shard of jaw. There we go. Don't I have things for this? I thought I had the master lockpick on. I don't. You know, that could be like something that someone smart would have done, you know? Not me, though. Anyway. I'll use one more shard. They are kind of like candy. The esoteric lockpick is throbbing. Quite literally, this rusty piece of shit will never close again. There we go. Great job. As you peek inside, you see a rope attached to the wood tumbling down into the open space. Sweet, we can actually climb back up. Didn't think of that. Let's see how well this rope holds up. Cool. Oh. They're gonna be mad at me. My potential orc girlfriend might be mad at me. Several potion barkins or a tiny bird symbol. One of these potions looks esoteric. I don't want to go stealing anything. I'm here for one specific thing. Great, with a rhythmic thumping noise coming from inside. Wait, is this who I think it is? It's him. You're kidding. The bird is actually the tea shop owner. He's... Come on, really? Dude, bro. Did he think this was gonna work? Oh no, I wonder what happened. Some huge scrolls from Divini Tornum. A box of inks cartridge. Well, this is the one. On the top box, you see the words Cauldrons KR Special Cartridge Quillwells. Bingo. Yes, this is the ink Modicea asked for. Inside, you see a tiny stacked series of iron cartridges, each marked with a series of numbers. More importantly, there are 3 different colors of ink. Uh-oh. Red, yellow, and green Quillwell variants. Pick red, of course. Ha! Go with yellow, she'll hate it. If there was black, that would be the logical choice. However, since this shipment clearly does not contain any black ink, go with the green one. Makes the most logical sense, being the Agalis colors. Green. Go with green. Which one did she want? She did not specify. She would want black ink for the paper, but this crate seems to only contain color. Ah, so this is probably the reason why her vendor didn't sell her the stuff, right? They just didn't have any blank ink, just color. Would the color ink turn paper into that color? Mixed with the regular ink, it would turn the text into a faint color variety. Quite strange, but also unique. Get the green one. You grab one of the iron cartridges. They're heavy. The rigid metal feels cold to the touch. You hear something sloshing around inside. There you go. Another quest complete. Just need to turn it in now. Despite placing the cartridge in my pouch of holding, I don't feel like I've quite actually looted it. Let's get this back to Modicea. I'm going to be a good boy. I'm not going to do anything, but I am here for one thing and one thing only. This motherfucker. You approach one of the many large crates in the warehouse. Why is there a rhythmic thumping noise here? It's coming from this box. 1 second. I want to make sure I'm prepared for this, because I'm going to have to talk to this guy and ring his ear. I have to ring his bell a little. Intelligence. Practically my face. It is my face. What was the one I was using before? Wisdom tooth or +2 intelligence. Yeah, let's do wisdom. Let's do this one. All right, here we go. All right, big boy. Look at the crate. You spot a label. It says AR on-keg exoskeleton export. There are little holes in the crate in various places. Snell, you hear that noise? I do. He shows you a stranger expression. The goblin assumes you understand his facial subtle cues, clearly overestimating your social ability. It's a face that says, careful, I think we've got something here. He's inside, obviously. Hello? After you speak, the drumming noise stops. Then after a short break, it starts up again. Open the crate. With a tight grip, you press hard. It's difficult. Even the goblin strain to put his measly body weight into it, but rip open the side. We got you now, Mr. Tea Shop owner. I can explain. Dunk, dunk. You watch the wingless crow-looking creature scramble to compose himself. Drama. The birdman lets out a strange throat noise. Then makes a series of nervous chuckles. He's inside of a shipping crate marked for export. He's clearly trying to flee the law. Maybe he has a good reason to escape. Is the fellow in danger? Explain it quickly.
Dunk. Yes. I'm just, inspecting the wares. Warehouse wares. Dunk.
Is he making fun of me with that dunking sound? Nah, that's just drama.
Dunk.
Threaten him for the truth. Catch him in the lie. Ooh. So you're inspecting wares, are you?
Yes, I'm a local.
He stops, shifting his tone deeper.
Local entrepreneur.
Is he trying to assert himself by sounding like a tough guy?
The AR, there's my supplier for tea and sometimes coffee.
Isn't that illegal?
It's not. Difficult to get, but not illegal.
So you're inspecting goods inside of a crate, inside of a sealed warehouse.
Yeah. What, you don't believe him?
I'm detecting some sarcasm, Snell. Does the trade company know about you being here? The bird hums like a bird and just nods.
Hi, BB.
How incredibly rude.
I said to this face traders know about your presents, good sir. They of course.
What kind of goods are we talking about here? He grabs a scale of Uncog exoskeleton from the crate.
I have a great plan. I'm planning on renovating my shop with these. Protection.
Reach forward and touch the exoskeleton plate. Your hands glide over it. The bird stares at you as you caress the chitin in his claws.
Dunk.
Ready with chitin.
Uh-huh.
He says like a young naive kid. Nuh-uh. He's lying. You screamed at him. Snell's with you. It's getting easier to just threaten him. Are you aware your tea shop's exploded?
What?
He knows. The bird mimics the sound of a young and shocked man. Bad sound to pick. He sounds almost sarcastic.
What a horrible, what a horrible and shocking revelation.
He's struggling to put together cohesive sentences. You didn't hear the explosion?
Sorry?
He holds up a claw to the side of his head. Oh no, he's got a hearing problem. How sad.
This bird fuck clearly messing with you.
Either that, he's the most awful compulsive liar you've ever met. You see your companion rub his eyes. I said, did you not hear the explosion? The bolt jers away from it.
No, did not hear. Dunk.
You've been down here for how long exactly?
I am inspecting many wares.
Yeah, these types of mimic birds are known for being able to just hide in a hole for a very, very long time. You're pretty bad at your job, Mr. Drummer.
Sorry for being pretty bad at inspection. I try my best.
Do you have any enemies, Mr. Drummer?
No. Everyone has people tend to dig. Everyone has people tend to dig me, you know?
Sure. Tell me what happened in the morning when it blew up.
Oh, it was all normal. Empty tea shop all morning. I had business on Water Lane over noon. Been busy since. This is a big shock. Well, now you know. Awful news. I didn't even had no insurance, sadly.
Oh, that's for the best. Otherwise, I'd say you blew it up yourself. You hear the bird let out a hearty laugh. If he had the voice of his own, it'd be a nervous laugh.
No worries. I'll get back on my feet. Always do. Now I'll go back to inspection, and you know where to find me.
Should I threaten this guy or something? Why is your voice so weird?
I am Yobu. Yobu Kotori.
The voice in the board's throat leaves like a drum of throne. That doesn't really answer my question.
Yobu, we've got no voice of our own, you know? Like, you know.
Oh, I get it. Us as pricks need to stick together so we can find our voice together. That's what democracy's all about. The bird glares at you. No expression in his expressionless face. What are you voting in the election?
Oh, I think I vote for the same party as you.
Which is... Look at me. Do I need someone who needs a party? The Birdman looks up and down.
No.
I'm the only one who can rule the city as a wizard, god, king, cleric. I'm clearly apolitical. Who needs democracy? That shit sucks.
Oh. You vote for yourself?
Yep.
Good. Great choice, my man.
You get a feeling he's probably uses that sound every time someone tries to talk politics with him at the shop. What a genius. You should learn from him. All right, as much as I would like to catch him in a lie, it's probably easier to just do the threaten, or I can do number 5 first. Should I threaten this guy or something else? A push is all he needs, then he will spill the truth. He sure talks a lot for someone out of voice, but he sucks at lying. He's quicker than you. Can you really keep up? Something esoteric? A spell? I don't know. Beware. Failure here will mean debasing yourself. I don't want to fail. I'm gonna have a better idea here. I can bless. Bless this mess. Alright, here we go. It's still gonna be too daunting, so I'm gonna try. Let's go with the easier one. Let's go with the one we... Oh, I would have probably... Oh, I would have done the Dex one. Oh well, didn't know. You look down at the pathetic Birdman. He quivers before you. This will be easy. Make sure to set it up first. Display your dominance. Let me ask you something, Mr. Drummer. What is your beak made out of?
This? What? Is it bone?
I think it's bone. The goblin gives you a look, but he lets you continue. The bird stops speaking as you reach towards something next to him. Grab a piece of the Ankeg chitin.
What is cleric doing?
Do you know, Mr. Drummer, how many times softer your beak is compared to this piece of exoskeleton?
I am.
Me neither. Snaps it in half. Me neither. You see the weak birdman's beak drop, his eyes fixated on the now broken piece of insect in your hands. You glance to your side, spotting the goblin with an impressed grin on his face. Who blew up the tea shop, Mr. Drummer?
Okay.
The birdman repeats twice with the voice of a shrill woman. Okay. I'll tell you everything. Hi, Shizu. Welcome back. Also, hi, BB, and thank you for the boat. Also, I've kind of descended to kind of a weird Mickey Mouse, huh? Start talking, then.
I'm running a business on the side. Import, export.
Smuggling. Keep going.
Free Striders, my supplier. They set up a meeting on that day. I left the tea shop behind. Want to check on wares. That's true.
Did you know beforehand it was going to explode?
No, Dung. I was in the warehouse. Here, I hear explosion, then I hear Free Striders talking about it upstairs. So I hide in here, waiting for boat. To get away from HWBT and Free Striders and the rest of this bloody mess.
The HWBT didn't know about this stuff, right, Snow? Not to my knowledge, no. God damn. This sounds entirely like a Free Strider extension. Typical. Why are you afraid of HWBT?
They'll get me punished if they find out my little secret. Dunk!
Possibly. The old lady won't take kindly to having a smuggling operation going on right under her nose. How are the Free Striders connected with this?
They set it up. They set me up. I had to access the secret tunnel under the temple. They forced me. I had to.
Secret tunnel under the temple? You mean the crypt, or is there a different one? Tell me more about this meeting.
It was
He seems to stop for a moment, contemplating his next mimicry carefully.
At noon, information broker, foreign woman. She was selling something to free striders. She was in tea shop when I left.
Tell me more.
I do not know much.
The voice he's mimicking displays way more confidence than his body language admits.
I don't know, her name. She would hang out with dwarves sometimes.
This broker must be a good person. She's friends with dwarves. Or she's someone who's trying to get all the political parties connected so that she could do this explosion. Who is she meeting with?
Free strider freelancer. The Hag.
He starts flapping his arms if he's had wings.
That's it! The Hag, she did it! She blew up my tea shop! Typical,
he says. Typical, imitating Snell's voice and giving it a nod. Don't do that. But he's right. If there's a rogue hag running around, some esoteric bullshit's sure to fall. So we're talking like an actual hag, like a D&D hag. Because like I remember from Baldur's Gate, the hag. God, she was a bitch. God, I hated her so much. They would definitely do something like this. We'll need to follow up. You know where the hag's located?
Don't know. Ask the free striders. That's all I know.
Where do you store these smuggled goods?
Secret tunnel.
And how do I gain access to the tunnel?
He
is very reluctant to share this. Well, go on.
Entrance from tea shop might be broken. Hidden entrance. Temple of Earth.
A hidden entrance in the temple.
Yeah. You can find it. Move along right side. Windows. Move rocks. Enter that large chamber. Go right. Can't miss it.
Great, I'll just go check it out.
Dunk!
So what's the protocol now?
Protocol? If he's trying to lead the city, I'm taking his sit reg. Taking his sit reg would be a good start.
Sit reg, short for Citizens Registry, usually carried in the form of a small piece of paper. Can be used to freely travel in the line ports.
I'm sure the old lady would love to have a word, man.
And what's your plan now, Pet Birdman?
I will leave. Dunk! I'm business and reads. Big business.
You should really stay on deal with this team shop mess. The bird stares at you uncomfortably. And you're sure you've told me everything you can?
Yes, please. I'm in trouble. I did nothing wrong.
Let me see your papers, citizen. A bird fiddles with his satchel. A worn piece of paper. His claw holds it forth.
Citizens Registry.
As you hold up to your helmet, the bird makes that rhythmic thumping noise a few more times. Inspect the papers. You turn it over in your hands. The paper's thick. It says,
Drunner Yimling.
Doze from Yim. It's one of the many substitute surnames given to folk who don't have the surname custom. Born 112 PE. Bet he picked 2 as his birth year just to avoid looking so fake. Fake papers, huh? I'll keep these, Mr. Don't leave the city, Mr. Drummer. What do you guys think I should do? We clearly got him in fake papers. I tend to believe he didn't do it. I think he's really honestly just running scared because he thinks like someone's gonna come after him. What does the boat think? My thoughts are, that's my initial thoughts. So it's like, if I give him the papers, Goblin Queen is gonna be mad at me. But I also don't think he did anything. Yeah, he gave me a lead into the tea shop, which should give me more information, which is also helpful. And I was able to do this without having to like betray anybody necessarily, so to speak. Mafia do be running stuff dangerously. Okay, I'm guessing that's a vote for like keep him in place or get him the hell out of there. Maybe I should poll it. I do have this thing. I have this ability called a poll. I have this ability to do something called a poll. So if we hand over Twitch, Oh, that's why you can't do it here. All right. If we hand over, what's the outcome? I think that's the thing. We don't know. If we hand him over, Goblin Queen of Set, I'm guessing it's because she's gonna want to talk to him about the smuggling operation he was doing. How does poll work? I think it's like Fate of Birdman. Huh. Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Shizu, because it's like, I don't know, like, what the options are. Like, I don't know if it, I feel like the underline is supposed to be like a final thing. Dunk. Gobbo. Gobbo. Queen. Gob. Queen. Oh, there's only limited thing. Dunk. Okay, so be happy. G angry. Be okay. That's about as. We'll do a quick poll. It'll be like 2 minutes. But there you go. Fate of Burbman. I'm trying to think about it. Because there's not really things we're gonna do here. I'm just estimating that if we let him go, Goblin Queen's gonna want an explanation. But I feel also that if we solve the case, she'll be willing to let it go. At the same time, if we just let him, if the Goblin Queen takes care of him, it's kind of out of her hands. Plus, you know, this guy kind of like, seems like this guy kind of made his own bed, right? So I'm okay either way, I think, with the decision. Even if I let him go, his fake ID, I don't think is going to get him very far. All right, the fate of the Burbman. Plus, as I said, I think this guy, he's kind of just some doofy dude. He's just some doofy tea shop owner who's like was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I don't know. And he comes back and haunts me, then like I'll put a thing in there.
He's not a bear. Bear witness, brother.
Right, he's a bear witness. You're right, my mistake. All right, that's 2 votes for letting him go. All right, thanks everybody. The council has spoken your fate, boat. The boat has spoken your fate, bird.
Oh, thank you.
He nervously glances towards the exit. You can go.
Oh, thank you.
The voice sounds grateful. Since you are so kind, he hands you another note from his satchel. There's a series of numbers on it.
Hidden safe in my office. That is combination. Feel free to take all the shit you want. Contents. I will not return to this establishment. Thank you for your service.
The Birdman starts to shuffle towards the stairs. Just walk and watch away. As the Birdman leaves the warehouse, you hear a faint rhythmic sound follow him out.
I wonder what I'll do.
You fine with me letting him have his papers?
Your choice. Sage Leaf will be pissed either way. At least she might not have to deal with him anymore.
I'll handle the fallout. Always deal. You believe anything he said?
Sure, I'm certain he believes he's a victim here. I'm inclined to say the same, somewhat. And he did not blow up the tea shop. Not with all that smuggling stuff going on. We need to check out the tea shop properly. ASAP. Check on that info broker. She had a connection with the Asgals in the tea shop. She also had a meeting with the Free Striders. Feels like she's a string connecting every fucking party in the city. What a fucking mess.
You think it's okay to leave him hanging around?
Not like we go to jail to toss him in.
I mean, you do. Then you have to go do that.
Sounds like a pain.
Trying to catch a lion bird. Going all the way to the stockade to do all the paperwork and document all the evidence. He is a Kimbro. All right, let's go. He's our Kimbro. All right. I like Snell. And maybe the angel will join us too. We'll see. If we get her to open up with us a little bit more. Either way, hopefully I'll still help fulfill the quest if I can, but hopefully the free striders won't take it to me. Since I got this stuff, I might as well take it with me and go finish up that quest. And then maybe we can call it there. I feel like it's a couple victories for the cleric, the wizard god cleric man child. Because this one, yep, it's the first one, right? Hey, I did what I can. As you enter the sweaty apartment with ink cartridges in hand, you encounter a rock in a hard place. The rock being a red-faced dwarf, and the hard place being the unyielding stubbornness of a teenage girl. You'll ruin a decade's worth of goodwill. The dwarf slaps the newspaper page against his massive forehead. For what? The girl snatches it from the dwarf's head. Show me. Show me a single thing that's false. I dare you. It's not truth and falsehood that matters. It's the content, the message. It's the dwarf mutters to himself, noticing you approach. Mr. Sitting Man. I got your special ink here. Great, thanks. She takes a step towards you and quickly grabs the set of ink cartridges. Look, Alphaz, the cleric just allowed us to reach the entire city. She holds up the paper to his rocky face. They need to hear this. I got access to the warehouse pretty hard. I had to... Do you know how much the palace would love to see an article like that? Do not put me in a position where I have to tell the foreman to denounce the chant. For folk. Bah! Step in. Resolving this contact will be a good finish to the fetch quest. I feel like I need to step in here. Do you know? The dwarf glows. I apologize. We're having an issue. I'm just trying to... Mr. Cityman, please enlighten us. What does the law say on criminal incitement? Particularly in print media. Practically, it's always, it depends. Just thinking about it makes your head hurt. Give me a practical example. As in, what if someone printed a newspaper calling for a violent uprising? Generally, I don't think the city would be very happy with it. See? Look, Alphaz, look at where we are. I'm in a closet, this goddamn esoteric mess of a machine blowing hot air up my ass. The city already guts us at every turn. The protests at the towers, your PPG problem, that bullshit with the Sulkers Guild. They will never work with us. Now's our only chance. We have the people's attention. Oh man, she's already getting kind of radicalized. It's time to drill it into their heads that they have the power here. You're missing the entire picture, girl. It's belittling to call her a girl like that. Bah, he's got a point though. Like, you're not gonna get any messages across if all of a sudden people are like, yeah, you just basically told us to like burn the place down. Not very useful or pragmatic, or a pragmatic approach to getting your message across. If you want to develop class consciousness, you have to do it bit by bit. You're correct. The people have power here, and we will use that power responsibly by creating lasting, lawful change. If you keep writing about violent revolution, the average person will think you're crazy. He's right. And even worse, if you push for all this other social relation crap. Crap. What? Is feminism also just an ignorant reworking of Asgal's ideas? No, it's... You know, I'm very much in favor of pressing down hierarchies, but to put such a threatening stance on the way people have lived for centuries, it's not wise. It's not wise to tell women and oppressed minorities they should have rights. They have rights. We have universal suffrage. Norvik is the most egalitarian city on the coast. We spent decades working for that. Universal suffrage, sure, but 9 out of 10 guild leaders and business owners are human men. She taps her fingers to list off her talking points. Women earn lower salaries across all work citizenship. Okay, I've heard all these things before. Citizenship is withheld from other folk types on the basis of so-called monstrous traits. Halflings are constantly extradited to the Horde, while every major faction ignores their pleas. Mind control being used somehow as a legal tool of the state. And despite the outcalls over and over again, none of the four folk have even begun to address any of our core demands. And don't even get me started on rights among MGIs or the fembeard debacle or your refusal to stand by on she taps her index finger against his chest with every word. Our cross-folk attraction couples. We have toiled, Modicea. Decades of work, all to reach this point. You'll throw it all away if you try to play their game. You know the party is not behind even half of these ideas. The party doesn't have vision. That's why we're not winning. We have as many voters as the Free Striders. Potential for more. You think the numbers matter? After all you've seen, they don't care. We will make them care. Bah. The dwarf takes a step back to catch his breath. All the other workers in the apartment just seem to go quiet. This must be a common persona. Figure out why Motocio won't really won't tone it down. Past, but it's enough. She hates them. She hates how she's been pushed down by them all her life. She hates how powerless she feels all the time, every day. Every time she looks down the street and someone looks at her funny. Every time someone asks when she's going to grow up and start a family. Instead of playing around in some Asgallius LARP outfit, you see it in her eyes. Hate and anger. Anger from endless systematic injustice. What are you looking at? She says with a scoff. You don't need this article, Medicea. The system's unfair, but don't trust Alphonse to change it. Change it yourself. That's kind of where I'm thinking, because I don't want her to get, like, incited. Like, she's not going to do much if she's in jail. You don't need this article, Modicea. The system's unfair, yes, but don't trust Alphonse to change it. Change it yourself. She stares at you. If you publish this, they'll push you out, and everyone like you. Your voices will be silenced in the years to come. Instead, speak out slowly, bit by bit, until your ideas are accepted as the truth. She clicks her tongue and looks over the Alphas with a frown. Then she glares at you. Not today, but tomorrow. And tomorrow. And tomorrow. Fine. I'll change it. I'll rewrite the article. Thank you, the dwarf says and closes his eyes. He looks extremely relieved. I'm not happy about it. I am sorry, but really. Thank you, Modissa. Alphonse goes over to his comrades to begin the final process. You had the ink, right, Mr. Cleric? She quickly looks over with a stern face. Green? Really? They didn't have any black. Well, shit. I'll mix it out with what we have. Should make it readable. Green at least. Thematically relevant. Modissa purrs it into the machine. Thanks for this. We'll actually be able to reach that last portion of orders before the election. I'm sorry for the mess. I shouldn't apologize, really, but... It's an ideological battlefield. Keep fighting. She keeps working on the machine. Alright. And with that, I think we finished that, we put a nice little bow on that as well, which is good. Alright. And that also helped us kill a lot of time, but that's good. Ooh, we got a root there. I got a root here, too. Ooh. Do I do one or the other? Let's do one. Let's do one. Let's take root. All right, let's think. Let's get our thinking caps on, boat. So you let the bird go. Gave him his papers and everything. I sure did. Oh yeah, that was a fine outcome. Living up to the free strider ideal. Everyone should be able to come and go as they please. The free market is built upon the ability of the movers of goods, from merchants to sailors to dock workers, to be able to transfer themselves into situations of required labor. Basic supply and demand. Supply and demand of people? Hell yeah! Freedom of movement! It's literally the most fundamental policy of the free strider block. In the real old days, the only people with resources to travel would be the aristocrats of societies. In the real early days, that'd be the top dragon servant, the top slaves. Then during the last few centuries, it changed. The average person suddenly got the ability to move. On a societal scale, sure, but also in a geographic sense. Each of the Arcanist splinters dealt with it in a different way, but in general, especially once the Coast War broke out for real, all the borders got real tight. A shoot-on-sight type policy that wasn't uncommon. And that's shit. Real shit. That was overkill, but we should still have some type of border control, right? No, all of it's bad. Let's go over the facts here. The number one cause of starvation, poverty, and economically related suffering is the general lack of prosperity. Historically, it's understandable why peasants and kings, or early arcanists, didn't really get this, because they just didn't have any reference point. And if things were always terrible, you wouldn't even know what's good is, right? Then comes industry, mass production, both esoteric stuff, access to free food, healing services, teleportation, and the fundamentals, textile factories, metal refining, transportation. All of it giving away to an unprecedented amount of prosperity for everyone. It's like cheating in the economy. Everybody gets rich all of a sudden, even the older aristocrats. So then you have the question of nation states, of borders. You can make an argument that freedom of movement goes against certain ideas of nationalism, sure. You can't completely lock your own people away from others. You can't stay out of the global trade. You lose that authoritarian touch. In return, you get a super magical economic boost, one that helps everyone. You know those Asgals that hate free striderism so much? This is the point where they all shut the fuck up and sit down. Because Asgalianism didn't make anything better. Not anywhere near the degree that opening the markets did. And locking down your borders? Not allowing trade, people, labor, goods, and services to flow at the behest of the benevolent, invisible hand? That's literally like arbitrarily making your people, all your people, objectively less wealthy and probably a lot hungrier, just for some dumb ego trip. Thus, immigration's fucking great. And anyone who disagrees is a fucking idiot. I mean, I agree with it on the idea that, like, okay, there's a lot of things here. Immigrations is balanced amounts is great, but too much it creates strife in cultural classes. Immigration is a tool of the bourgeoisie. Immigration is a threat to democracy. Immigration destroys nations. It destroys people. Just because Old Dimmoner blew up and Reeds took its place as a coagulation of all the broken survivors doesn't mean the rest of the coast is still aligned with their strange multiculturals. Whatever you say is good. Like, oh god, I've always get into like weird, deep conversations whenever I play this game. So, the simplest dissolution is the difference between an immigrant and an illegal immigrant is just a paperwork problem, right? And because of this, people use it, capitalists exploit it considerably. They keep saying they want immigration, but what they really want is control labor. And having a bunch of immigrants whose labor is tied to their work is a great way to keep them from complaining about things like other things that people need, right? So like our dexterity is clearly like a pure libertarian, like maximalist capitalist, right? He does make, I will give it, and I'll give credit to the writing, he does make a very convincing argument in some ways about like what has capitalism done, why do people actually want this to happen, etc., etc. You could stop at control. Exactly, right? Like just one of those things. Sorry, I'm just putting my mic, my mouse is complaining. It's like, Daddy, I'm thirsty. It's like, give me a second, gotta get the USB in. All right, I'll give you some juice, Mousy, don't worry. There you go. There you go. Nice and juicy. There you go. Nice mouse juice for you. All right. All right. All right. I'm going to do it over here. This is going to be a little awkward, but it works. All right. I just need a little juice to get through the rest of the stream. So my thing is like battery critical. My thing is like, I do believe, because borders are not just about like, you know, simple lines of demarcation. It's about like sovereignty. It's about sovereignty. It's about how people have decided to organize themselves. And that's okay. It's okay for people to get together and decide that like, hey, you know what? We're like all kind of like the same thing. What if we just have like our own nation and stuff like that, right? That's how like you build sovereignty. Like that's this idea of sovereignty.
Did you forget to feed your mouse again?
My Mousy does pretty good. He's got a good battery life and all that. So like, he doesn't need a lot of juice, but he gets it. My thought is, if I had to pick out of these choices, I would say my thoughts are kind of around 3 because like you can't, because they're kind of like, while they're related, they're also separate issues. And I don't want to excuse freedom of movement for freedom of wealth, because when we say that, that's the other thing, right? Like, he's like, oh, well, like, you know, just go do whatever you want. You know, that's how we had things like robber barons and things like, you know, the banana republics and all that other stuff, right? Yeah, like the bourgeoisie thing with the thing. And working class solidarity, that's another thing, right? Because like, that's the, I feel like this is where I see it right now. It's like, it's right now, it's used as a tool of capital to keep late wages low, because you have a permanent underclass that can be threatened and recycled. And because those people are different than you basically reduce the solidarity and the power of labor. Wow, Biz Asgal Brain Man over here, using fancy words and everything. The working class has been systematically lifted out of extreme poverty, all thanks to the so oppressive capital. After the Coast War, there were 2 roads. One led to them all turning back into peasants, the other, incredible industrial prosperity. You're on that second road now, and the Asgals want you to drag you kicking and screaming into the first. So anyway, yeah. Letting Drummer leave? Real swell move. Just a straight up class act. But you could clearly learn a lot from that bird. He's got that infectious paranoia about him. Oh shit, your stomach's upset. The bird. Yeah? The bird is a survivor. That is his legacy. More than that, he really had one hell of a way to handle himself. Ignoring the shitty escape attempt, you saw how he danced around your questions. Seriously, maybe it's the racial thing, but he read the room just as well as he recorded the voices. Honestly, both of those are damn true. Take any lesson you want from him. That bird's got game. Immigration is good. I agree. Tell me more about infectious paranoia. Be ready for anything. The world could fall apart any section. The walls could implode, your dreams shattered. When that happens, you get ready to run. Leave the city in a crate. Ship yourself to Heiji. Whatever it takes to get away from those pesky consequences. Advantage on initiative rolls. Okay. Survival of the fittest. You live through it all. Advantage on death saving throws. Also valuable. Very good. Reading the room. You want to say the right thing, right? Make the right choice? Yeah, it might help to have a quick glance around the room first. Advantage on behold checks. Okay. Death saving throw advantage. Dexterity. Is that all dex checks or just initiative? No, it said initiative, right? Initiative. Okay, that's why. It didn't say dexterity. Ooh, that's not okay. Better dexterity, better initiative, better death saving, or better behold. The behold stuff is kind of good. I've been using that a lot. I'm ready to read the room. I'm ready to make a choice. I want to pick reading the room. Great. No excuses now. Time to understand people so you can control them like sheep. What was that about? What was that about sheep? We got our third feat, or our third perk. Yep, we have our third perk. Yep, reading the room. We can get another feat slot. All right. I think with the juice there, let's save real quick. 2 quests done. Yay. All right, let's go to the menu. Well, this is getting interesting. Still got a lot of ways to go, but I was a little worried we weren't going to get anywhere, but we did pretty well all the same. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me tonight. Hope you had a good time. Thank you to Shizu, thanks to BB, thanks to Case, thanks to Atchfee. Thanks on the YouTube side to, I believe your name was, I can actually look at this. Why is this, what's going on here? Wait, that's YouTube? Oh, why is YouTube and Twitch? That's weird. Lucas. Yeah, that was weird. That was a weird bug for this chat thing. We'll have to definitely. All right, thank you guys for being with me. Thank you, Shizu, for being here. Thanks to everybody else on the YouTube side. If you're still here, I appreciate it. Alrighty, let's see if we can go find somebody to say hi to. They've been nice to me. I think they rated us before. Let's go say hi to Lucy. Never mind. Apparently they're not. I'm unable to raid them.
Brother, thanks for the great balls deep in the esotericness stream.
You're welcome. I think. I'm unable to raid Lucy. Interesting. Wonder why. Are they just not online, or what's going on here? Am I banned? Is there a ban? Or maybe it's like they have bans blocked. Maybe they have raids blocked on their side. That could be that. That could be it. All right, that's fair. All right, well, in that case, yeah, I think we're good for now. All right, guys, I'm gonna head to bed. I'm gonna get some rest. Also, next stream is Thursday. We'll be exploring what did I put on Thursday again? God, what is with my brain? My brain, you know, there's this thing called a schedule I have. Right, we'll be continuing more Prism Peak with Opus. Yeah, that's right. That'll be fun. We will continue being miserable until morale improves with Opus Prism Peak. I don't know how long that game is. I don't think it will have to do. I think only 1 or 2 more streams will do that one. And then on Friday and Saturday, we'll have a very special event going here, but I'm looking forward to it. But until then, you guys take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Take Doku! Itekimasu! See ya. Oh, Lenaro with a last-minute boat. Good job, buddy. Sorry you missed us on the end, but welcome in. All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.